Welcome back, everyone, to the Arizona Cardinals and New York Giants 10-year sim. We are in year 5 of the sim. Welcome, Voodoo.
Welcome, Voodoo.
Yes, Voodoo is here. And if you haven't watched, go watch everything, please. You'll be so confused with this video. But besides the point, last time we had to sadly watch my Arizona Cardinals lose to the Dolphins in a Super Bowl rematch. It was a fun game though. Cardinals made it very interesting in the end with a crazy comeback, just not able to finish the job. Their run defense was poo poo from a butt the entire game, but still a fun one to watch regardless. And still a very impressive season for the Cardinals after going 7-10 last year, going to 10-7, making the Super Bowl. But minus 20 million in cap space, and we're set to lose a handful of our best players, so that might be bad. But Voodoo, on the other hand, your team went 9-8 and just missed the playoffs. But I feel like it's going to be a turnaround to playoffs
Yeah,
next
I,
year.
I think we could definitely turn things around for sure. It just depends on if we can, I think, upgrade this offensive line.
Yeah, that's very true. The interior has been desperately needed to be upgraded ever since was it Jose Morales and
Carlos Harrell, yeah,
yeah,
since the two
Carlos
of
Hurley
them
left. Yeah,
left the organization.
yeah. But I guess let's look at the retirements real quick. Let's go to the Cardinals real quick. Um,
See it.
no one. Let's go to the Giants. No one.
Congratulations, nobody.
No one
All
for
right.
either
Well,
of
I
our
think it's the first
squads.
year that
I think
yeah, I don't,
so.
man, a single
But
guy. That's crazy.
in the entire NFL, there's a decent bit. Nico Collins, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Johnson, and Jair Alexander, Jordan Mailata, Ernest Jones, Odafe Oweh, who had a really good turnaround with
Interesting.
with the Rams.
Yeah.
Um, Former Cardinal Elgin Jenkins retired. There's actually a lot of names here: Josh Hines
Yeah.
Allen, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Devontae Smith, Jake Ferguson,
Something to know. I
Roquan.
do like how Fred Warner took that 1 year contract with
Yes,
the Niners just to retire there. That was nice.
yes, yeah. I will say I know the Colts turned things around this past season, but I think they're gonna be a little bit worse.
Jeez.
Losing
Yeah.
Roquan, Jesse Bates, and former Giant Andrew Thomas. Um, Sad he never got to see a Super Bowl. Um,
Yeah.
Chigakonkwo, Rashawn Slater, Zion Johnson, Minka Fitzpatrick, Joe Burrow, which I saw he wasn't on the top of the passing
Wow.
leaders whenever I got to that screen. I was like, did he really retire? He did. So we will
Yeah.
have a new passing yard leader for the first time in like 8 years.
Probably, yeah. He, he
So
he's probably one of the best quarterbacks of all time because
you would
all how
have to
many
assume so.
MVPs he's won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have to
Yeah.
assume that's the case. Um, but outside of that, I mean, a lot of free agents like AJ Brown and DJ Moore were kind of down there. Paulson
Josh
Adebo,
Allen retired. I gotta find it because I think he's a free agent, right?
I think so. It would make sense. But yeah, how do you feel about Paulson Adebo retiring, former
Paulson
Giant?
Adebo, rest in peace, Paulson Adebo. He honestly was. I mean, he was solid for us, and
It's
definitely
fair.
sucks to see these players getting older and
Yeah.
leaving the league.
Former Cardinal for a year or two, Justin Reed retires. Saquon Barkley retires. Tyrone Tracy, former Giant legend,
Oh,
retires.
8 years. Yeah, I think all that fumbling caught up to him.
Yeah. Um, let's see. I mean,
AJ Epinesa, Bills legend. Yeah, aside from that,
there's
Jonah
there's a
Williams
Jonah Williams,
retires.
former Cardinal. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of names here. Definitely, some big names at the top there. Evan Brown, former Cardinal, retires. Um, Akeem Davis Gaither, former Cardinal, retires. Yeah, there's a ton of guys up top there, but no Josh Allen retirement at least yet. He's still
That's
still
awesome.
kicking. Joe Burrow said, "Hey, I'm leaving at the top of my game." Uh, Allen says, "I'm gonna keep playing and be a shitty quarterback in free agency for no reason." Um, but since you
What we got?
mentioned it, I am interested if Burrow happens to be at the top of the leaderboard. He is not. He didn't pass Brady first career. I'm
Fair.
sure he only had 54,000 passing yards. I guess because he didn't play a shit ton of time, but because for the Bengals He leads in passing and yards and touchdowns, but um, kind of crazy that he didn't get that far. Um, I will say though,
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is on a good pace to maybe get to Jerry Rice's record. Possibly, he's at 15,000 some. He needs 7,000 more.
It's gonna depend
How
what
many
because
years he
their
plays,
quarterback
and
room is currently Jeremiah Kendrick is this young 72 overall guy on his third or fourth year, I believe, and then Kyle McCord is actually I think Kyle McCord would be the starter. Yeah,
he
he would be.
is right now. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
wow.
We'll see how
Well,
that goes. Um,
are we gonna see some Kyle McCord MVPs?
yeah, I don't think so, but let's look at mock draft 4. We do see that quarterback who's a top 5 talent going to the Ravens possibly, and they need him. Lamar has not
Yes.
retired, but he is not good anymore. Um,
He may as well have. He might be a release candidate, or
very
he might just be
depends on his
getting just
contract for
walked.
sure.
Yeah.
Um, but otherwise, I mean, really just looking at our pickups potentially. Giants projected to take a D tackle, your favorite.
Yep, my favorite.
Because of course that's the biggest need on the Giants is another D tackle. And then Cardinals are projected to take a D tackle as well, which that one makes more sense with the Walter Nolan likely leaving in free agency. So,
Ooh.
but we'll
Yeah, how do
see.
you feel about, I guess, talking about that, your contract situation going on? If you want to go ahead and snip to the
Yeah,
next
well,
week.
um, we should look at let's look at the coach firings first.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I forgot that's
Um,
this week. Let's see.
so before we talk about any of that stuff, yeah. So scroll down a little bit. Not a ton of firings. It looks like the Bills clean house. No more Sean McDermott and his guys. Peter Gaffney and company leave the Broncos after a really
Oh
bad year.
wow, that's rough.
And then the Ravens finally move on from John Harbaugh and their crew. So only 3. This is the least amount of coaching firings that we've seen. Um,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the bad teams kind of started to
yeah, these are also
do.
all these are all new ones too. Like usually we see like the same 4 to 5 teams like show up every 1 or 2 years, but these teams
Yeah,
haven't shown up yet. So
that's
this
rough. Yeah,
is
I feel like the Ravens and Bills kind of poetic. Those two teams have kind of been intertwined, especially with their quarterback
yeah,
situation with like these
and
elite quarterbacks that can't get over the hump.
and they never could,
Um, I
never
do
could.
feel like Peter Gaffney is getting a bit of a hard time here. I mean, I get that they were one of the worst teams in the league last season, but
Yeah,
they
the
went to
year
the Super Bowl
prior.
last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's not like they were bad for multiple years. It's like they were in the Super Bowl the year prior, and then they went down to the worst team in the league, one of the worst teams. But like, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe it was just a culture change thing that they needed. I definitely could see Harbaugh, Gaffney, and McDermott making their way through the league, whether this season or future. Um, they'll probably get signed somewhere.
maybe it's Peter Gaffney to the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Hmm?
Tommy Salami's getting fired.
No, maybe he's a coordinator. Imagine him
Uh,
as your
that's true. He could be my defensive coordinator. Probably not offensive. I don't want to see 100 screen passes.
maybe your
Um,
special teams coordinator.
maybe. But yeah, I guess we can take a gander to the next week and see who gets signed for these teams, these vacancies. Um, the Kobe Dean was cut from the Eagles. I just saw that. That's a
Yeah.
one of those fun little cuts just for caps reasoning. But see, coaching. Okay, this is very interesting and out of order a little bit. Bills
Oh,
bring in
hell.
the entire Broncos group.
Yep.
So Peter Gaffney is a Bill. The Ravens bring in Sean McDermott and his Bills group, and then very interesting, the Broncos actually choose not to bring in Harbaugh as their coach, but as their defensive coordinator, and they bring in the young Patrick Bailey as their head coach. How do you feel about those signings?
Interesting. I don't think the Ravens are making a good decision with McDermott. I love McDermott. Don't get me wrong, but It's at least in this simulation world, the Bills kind of fell off as especially as a head coach. I could see him being the defensive coordinator switch, right? And I think
Yeah,
Harbaugh being a defensive coordinator as well is kind of. I don't know, is he was he even a defensive? I don't even think he's a coordinator, is he? I
he's
mean, Harbaugh isn't he
he's
like a
more
true head coach?
he's more of like
Like
the GM head coach, like the
right.
he's yeah, he usually that's kind of what he's been known for more recently.
Well, that's yeah. I definitely would think McDermott as the Ravens defensive coordinator would make sense. But you know what? They're going for it. And I respect it. I like the Bills getting Peter Gaffney. Again, I think he kind of got the short end of the stick there. And yeah, I think the I think it's a good bring in for the Bills. And I think the Broncos getting a rookie head coach. Again, we've seen this work out, I think, a lot more than these real life head coaches, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at least it's also interesting. Yeah, there's no Mike Tomlin here. There's no
yeah,
not our
I don't
usual
know. He
guys.
might have retired possibly, and we just missed it. I have
Maybe.
no idea.
Maybe, but we're just very used to like the Kellen Moores of the world
Oh
getting
yeah,
tossed around in these.
yeah. But I will. Yeah, I think the Ravens definitely had the worst um signing, and I think the Bills had the best. Is what I would say between those three.
Definitely.
But the Broncos could be the best depending on how Patrick Bailey does. It's just kind of hard to say with a young coach like that. Um,
Mm.
but aside from that, I see that the Cardinals cleared like 1 million cap space, so they're down to 19.6 million under the cap. So it's fun. Um, I guess let's just head into free agency and see what chaos happens. Where all my Cardinals are going to be going. There's
Well,
41 Cardinals on the roster. That's it.
yeah, there's 50 here, and then we also have a little bit of money, maybe for the
How
first
much?
time,
How much you got?
15 million. That
Okay,
might
so
be enough to get a free agent.
you
That
might be
might
able
be
to get a
enough.
couple guys. Maybe not like a super impactful guy, but maybe like a couple uh pieces that are
Yeah, but
decent enough.
I think the GM of the Giants has really been committed to like these not doing anything in free agency
Just
and picking up
retaining talent.
all the yeah retain talent and get all the veteran minimums after the draft. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see if that changes.
But let's look at mock draft 5 before we do anything else with that. So looks like I mean it's probably a sure thing with D'Angelo Callaway going to the Ravens.
It looks
Uh,
great.
yeah, he's top 5 talent in the class. He's gonna fill in that Lamar role. I didn't even realize he ran a 4.24 at his pro day, and a
Jesus
4.26
Christ.
at the combine. I believe that's got to be the record for a quarterback. It has to be.
Has a
I
quarterback ever
mean,
ran even a 4.2
I don't
in
think
any?
so. I mean, Lamar didn't run his. He probably could have, but
You think he could have ran a 4.2? He's fast,
he's.
but
I mean, I
a
think he could have.
4.2?
I don't know. It would
I,
probably been like
I,
a 4.29 at the high at the like.
I,
I don't know though, but I think they're really just filling in. I think it's going to be a good pickup. Having Lamar
oh,
there
absolutely.
as a mentor still would be huge because D'Angelo Callaway is a similar, athletic profile. Um, Skill set might be a little bit different coming in immediately because Lamar obviously was not as great of a passer. Callaway does seem like a more refined passer coming in, but at least just based on his athletic testing, he looks like a freak of nature. Um, he
Fair
will
enough.
be very interesting to see. Um, still seeing a lot of D tackles and edge rushers. Um, but again, I mean, you got Calvin Peralta, the D tackle, going to New York as the projection. I just don't
Yep.
see how that makes
Uh,
sense.
I agree with you there, but maybe I think
There's
just I think it's going back to the Randy Peak train
yeah,
running theory. I think it's
yeah.
just it has to be it. I
And
don't
it's
know.
not even like there's not like positions of need worth taking. You go 5 picks lower, the Bucks are taking a left guard who's a round 1 projection.
Yeah,
Like,
take Larry Crowley.
and he looks
Take
good.
Larry Crowley,
He
please.
looks pretty good from what I can see. As an A,
I
and he's a very strong, very athletic. He's got good pass blocking, pretty good run blocking. He honestly looks like a very well-rounded, refined guard. And that's their
agree.
biggest need right now is interior line. And they're gonna say, let's take interior D line.
Yeah, oh, maybe he's just getting it mixed up. Our
Yeah,
scouts are getting it mixed up. Like, you need interior lineman, we got you. It's a
yeah,
defensive
yeah.
tackle.
The D and the O
You're
look a little similar, but
Yeah, you're projected a linebacker that has shot up 39 spots, Tucker
huh.
Andrews.
I we are okay. To be fair, we are losing probably. We probably lost Cody Simon and Zeke Teague, so linebackers
Oh,
also in need.
yeah.
He does look a pretty good athlete. Um, I just don't think he's like a great player immediately. I would prefer one of the more talented D tackles, and then maybe getting this Tucker Andrews guy in the second round if we have the ability to. But I don't know. We'll see. Um, I'm curious to see what we do, but let's see what other free agency shenanigans happen here. And I doubt the Cardinals are going to sign anybody because they don't have money to. Um, oh man, that's I see Walter Nolan got signed somewhere, but we're gonna wait to talk about it. Um, free agency. Let's look specifically at quarterbacks first. So only two
Let's do it.
guys. Um, Brent Green to the Chargers. Obviously, Herbert's getting older and definitely worse than Brent Green. Um, I don't even know where he was at before. He sounds familiar. He was in Minnesota. He never even took a snap in Minnesota. So
Ooh.
we'll probably be seeing the first Brent Green year here. At 27 years old, never took a snap in the NFL. He's going to be starting. Interesting. Very cheap deal though. So
That's good value, I think, on that contract. I am curious. See, the Bengals took a picked up a guy as well here, Jeremiah Russell. I mean, okay, but I don't know. I just don't think that he
doesn't
needed to do that.
especially I feel like if they
Um,
wanted a guy who's actually going to potentially start, there's a couple guys still here for pretty cheap. Andrew Ortiz, Gabe Pearman, both better. Eddie Page would have been a
you could
nicer
get
option.
Clyde Walden, former
Yeah.
Cardinal.
They didn't
You could
re-sign
get
Kyle
Sam.
McCord.
Yeah, they didn't. I guess so. I guess, but I don't know. Like
Even Parker
Sam
Peterman.
Reeves here.
He's a
Yeah, there's actually
23-year-old, 76 overall.
there's
Started.
guys here for sure. I think definitely the best quarterback here still is Gabe Pearman. I want to
Yeah,
see him have a resurgence. He definitely deserves it. But
definitely agree.
there's
Patrick
there's still
Mahomes is
guys.
here. 74 overall, 36-year-old.
See, that means I
Crazy.
think the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs are gonna need to find a quarterback.
They will.
It's
Dudley
rough.
Kinney and Corey Sutphin, both Giants um,
That's legends.
guys are
Nice.
here. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Dude, how is Tua still here? How is he still in the league? Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe the Bengals are kind of just waiting to see what they can
Where's
get in the
Josh? Oh
draft
God,
early.
Josh is a 65 overall player.
Jesus.
Good
Why is
lord,
he
he's
still in the
hanging
league?
in there.
Brother, just go retire. Be with Haley. He can't, dude. He
He's
still has a crazy arm, but he will not be able to hit anybody accurately. He's under 60. He's 67, 65, 65 for accuracy. That's
good
crazy.
lord.
That's horrible. But yeah, interesting for sure. I'm interested to see what the Bengals are gonna try to do here with their quarterback spot. Additionally, because there's no way they just sit with Jeremiah Russell.
Yeah,
And
and the Chiefs, because no more Mahomes.
yeah,
So
that's gonna be
what are they doing?
interesting for sure. Looking at running backs. Whoa, right. I forgot. Ooh, I guess.
Whoa!
Well, okay,
Whoa! Okay. Wait, hold on a second. All right, let's start
okay.
from the top,
Yeah.
right?
So, well, first thing I want to say is that
Okay.
Trey Benson must have been retained because he's not, unless he wasn't signed. No, he was. He was just wasn't signed. Never mind. He's sitting in free agency still. Marcus
Ugh,
Robinson heading to the Buccaneers. He's finally
okay.
get his chance to be a starting running back. Um, good for him, man. I mean, he was the perfect piece to continue my Super Bowl stretch, but it sucks to see him go because I love Marcus Robinson. I wish I would have had more time with him.
Yeah, he's. I don't. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. No.
He's probably gonna
Good.
be really good. Um, but this is an interesting one for you. You lost Scadaboo a couple years ago, and you've had some struggles running the football. But you bring in Cameron Snow, 27-year-old superstar X
Cameron.
Factor running back. How do you feel about this move?
Yeah, he's. We have the 85 overall thumper, the Marshall Malone, who's looking pretty good. He was 85 superstar, but not a terrible I don't know. I'm honestly just glad we made a move, honestly, and
Yeah,
I think
especially for
you
like a
got a
big player too. It's not even
you
just
got a
like a
good
backup.
player, 3 years. He's
Yeah,
young. He's gonna. I think he's. Yeah, I think we'll get 3 years of very good quality running back play. Is he gonna be
yeah,
like Scadaboo? Probably not, but I don't think he needs to be like
yeah.
Scadaboo.
I
But
think
we have this young
it's
quarterback
kind
who's
of a
continuing to develop
yeah,
and kind of push his ceiling, and you give him an even better running back,
right.
and still Marshall Moon's still there to kind of rotate around, and I like it. I
And
like the move
they are two different backs too, because Cameron Stan's much more of an elusive, quick,
for sure.
outside the numbers guy versus Malone's more that thumper. So they
Right? It's
definitely
kind
could
of
be a
like
fun punch.
switched the Najee, Gross, and Scadaboo. Of course, Scadaboo being running back one is the thumper,
Right.
but now the speedster is the first running back, and then you have this kind of change of pace, uh,
Yeah.
you know, back breaking kind of running back. A
Yeah.
couple other guys here, Arian Brown to the Falcons. We've
He
seen him
he went back to the
moving around.
Falcons. He left there. He
Yeah,
started there initially.
you're right. Yeah, I forgot where he was. I thought
Yeah.
it looked familiar. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
he started there, went to Minnesota for 2 years. Now back to to Atlanta.
Yeah, and just a couple of backups here, I think, aside from that. But
Yeah, there's actually a
yeah,
lot of good guys available still,
there
including
are.
Trey Benson, my main guy, my favorite player.
Okay.
30
Yeah,
years
Marco
old.
Martinez. I mean, he looks really good. He will definitely get picked up after
And he's not even
draft.
asking for a ton of money either. So yeah, I think he'll definitely get signed. There's a couple guys here for sure. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, there's definitely a handful of guys that absolutely should get picked up. Um, yeah, there's a lot of serviceable guys here. Najee Gross is here, by the way, still sitting in free agency, 80 overall.
that's him. Yeah, I
Uh,
think there's so many running backs.
there is, there's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Moving to fullback, Manu Matias. There's a lot of Matiases in the league now, an influx heading to the Seahawks, but again, really not a super important position. Seth Bolden, your
Yeah.
fullback, is still there.
Shout out to him. Okay, whoa, receivers really interesting. This is what? Oh no.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Well, just looking at who is signed, not really much of a big thing here. Ty Felton is
I
the big
felt it.
one, but
Yeah.
yeah, I see what you mean here. Why is Tristan
So
McDougal here?
I don't know. The Saints should have definitely
Well,
re-signed him.
I
He was
know why.
insane.
It's because they paid Jackson Dart instead of keeping Mitch
Oh
Wilds as their
wow.
guy. They
That's
decided,
probably it.
which is such a odd decision because this is literally one of the best receivers in football. He's been consistently one of the best guys in the league. He's 25. He's in his prime, and he's a free agent. No one signed him yet because he's asking for a lot of money, but understandably so. He's, like I said, one of the best in the league. He should get signed somewhere. CD
Yeah,
Lamb,
absolutely.
also surprisingly still good at 33 years old. He's a really good slot receiver option for somewhere. And there's some other
Indeed.
like veterans. Walt Snead sitting here.
There's Walt Snead there, yeah.
Torrey Horton, two Giants legends.
Couple Giants legends, yeah. Brandon Ayuk and Adonai Mitchell. Um, yeah, couple of guys. Honestly, a pretty tame receiver class, except for, of course, CD Lamb being here is cool. And yeah, Tristan McDougal, though, that's an absolute.
Yeah,
First of all, it's robbery he didn't get signed, but it's also going to be a steal for whatever team gets him on a veteran minimum.
most likely,
He's going to
yes.
be an absolute dog wherever he goes. Imagine him in Cincinnati. Oh God. Oh man.
That's
Oh
exactly where he
God.
would go, wouldn't it?
Dude, Jesus. Okay. Yeah,
But
I would go there if I was him.
yeah, no
Yeah.
tight ends have been signed. Um, a
Um,
lot of the same names. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of these guys are like there's some good options, but like
yeah,
no
some
one's
kind of like
really getting signed here.
yeah, guys there's just enough depth that you don't really need to go out and pay big money for these guys. You're just gonna pick them up later.
Yeah.
Too
Uh,
bad. Oh,
left tackle. I mean,
oh,
looking at who was
God.
signed, Markel Payton wasn't that
Yeah.
your guy? That's your
Markel Payton?
yeah, that was your left
Oh wait,
tackle.
that might have been my left tackle.
It
You're right.
was, yes. He was a booty from a butt. Past 2 years, he gave up 31 sacks total.
Oof.
But he's heading to
Oh,
Minnesota, and there's a couple guys here. Former first round pick Dom Higgins, Ross
yeah. I'm
Barden. There's your guy.
well. I'm a little worried though, because now that means I have another spot on my line that's
Yes, you
poop
do.
for butt.
But maybe that means that they'll actually draft the left tackle because they feel like it's a more important position to take in the first round instead of a
I
D tackle.
really, that's actually a really good point. That you might be onto something.
Yeah, maybe it's like how the Seahawks GM, like before taking Gray Zabel, they were just so opposed to taking guard high because they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, even though their guards were horrible. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, there's some solid left tackles here that could plug in and play very easily for teams like New York Giants, who
Ross
currently have a
Martin
hole.
could be heading to New York. That'd be
Uh,
fun.
yeah, I mean, he was the guy you wanted, and then
Yeah,
you got sniped a pick before or two. Um, Moving to the left guard, of looks like just a bunch of guys that can fill in. Although there's a superstar 23-year-old 75 overall going to the Chargers. That's a nice pickup for them. Um, but again, yeah, just a lot of like veterans that can plug and play, but no one that you're gonna like really, blow your load on, as they say.
okay. Yeah.
Um, Center though, Tyler Linderbaum heading to the
Oh,
Chargers. Chargers really building up that line for Trent Green for his first NFL starts. Um, that's a really nice pickup. They lost Rashawn Slater to retirement, so they're trying to build up the line in other spots. So I don't know. I feel like they're kind of making some solid moves, honestly.
yeah, they definitely are. Chargers are in the right direction. Same with the Seahawks. Get themselves an upgrade at center, I think,
Yeah,
or at least a bit of a option at
yeah,
center.
and there's some other guys obviously still easily could get signed and plug and play somewhere. Again, I think New York could absolutely use one of these
Yes,
guys. Um, but maybe after the draft, maybe we'll see. Moving to right guard, Chargers. I mean, it's just a lot of depth guys, but still, Chargers definitely doing their thing to make sure they have the depth at line to be prepared for guys going down
definitely.
potentially.
Same story with like the depth plug and play pieces at right guard. Yeah, a
Yeah,
bunch of veterans here who could definitely be serviceable starters on a
yeah,
team.
but nothing
Isaiah
super crazy.
Ward, that looks familiar. I don't know.
Isaiah Ward.
Had
I
seen him somewhere.
don't know.
Yeah, it was Torrance. Shout out him. Yeah, no. So yeah, definitely same situation as the rest of the line. Let's go to
Yeah,
right tackle.
same
See,
thing pretty much. Some decent pickups here. Cody Ford, wasn't he a first round pick or something?
he
Or
was, he was, or unless we're
no,
mistaking him
no.
with Felix Ford.
Yes, we were because he's undrafted in 2030, but he is heading to the
Oh,
Dolphins. But yeah, like a couple other guys signed here, some decent options. Talise Fuaga head of the Packers, but the whole O line, it's kind of the same story like we've talked about. It's just a lot of the veteran options. You can get guys who can start for you and play, but you don't necessarily need to go out and spend money on them right away. Um,
absolutely.
and Dwayne Burrow remains to just continue to be in free agency every year. Uh,
That sucks for him. Yeah,
yeah,
he
former
could be.
fifth overall pick in 2027, and he has only played. I think it looks like he's only played one season for Pittsburgh. That was his rookie year, and ever since he's been just yeah. He actually not even. He's never passed 170 downs played in a
Career
season.
backup. That's
Yeah,
rough.
fifth overall pick. That was a huge bust for the
That's
Steelers. And
Alex Leatherwood type tackle right there.
yeah, and the thing is he's not even that bad. He's an 81 overall. It's just
Maybe someone's got to give him a shot here.
yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think
a horrible
just
run blocker, but he's a great pass protector if you look at him. But yeah, I don't know. He's just never really been given the shot, but I don't know if he'll ever get that, to be honest.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, the other guys around here, of course, more veteran depth like Gadecki, Spencer Brown, Roger Rosengarten.
Evan Neal.
Uh, Jesus Christ, retire already. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Sickening human.
some great names. But moving to Edge, whoa. This is a big one. I think they just re-signed him actually. Yeah, so I guess the Steelers let Cameron Pearman test free agency, but they brought him back. So that's a really nice job to retain him. Because he's been a pretty good player for them. But outside of that, really nothing too crazy. A similar situation. Just a lot of guys that you could bring in and definitely could start. Landon Jackson remains unsigned. He's been a guy shown around a lot. Also, former first round pick, I believe, Trey Abbott, right?
Ray Abbott was the first. He was first round projected. I think he was picked in the first round. Yeah,
Oh no,
sounds
he was
right.
a second round. He was a second round projection. They were Jeff's draft pick, but he never really panned out, to be honest. Even though he was a high projection guy. Um, but yeah, more of the same. It's just guys that can fill the hole for now, but not necessarily guys you need to go out and get immediately. Um,
Definitely.
D tackle though, this one hurts, but Chargers
Oof.
continue to really turn things around here, bringing in the best D tackle in football, Walter Nolan. And what a
Eesh.
career he had with Arizona. A 7-year career there, had double digit sacks in all but one season. And yeah, it sucks to see him go because he's been like my defensive, like just the face of that defense. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah, that's your yeah.
yeah,
That's really that sucks. That definitely
yeah,
sucks. And the
yeah,
Chargers are just getting better and better,
absolutely. And he's still
proving
28 years
significantly.
old. He's in his prime. He's not going to regress very much at all in those 3 years in his deal. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and poetically enough, at least beside him and in overall, Dexter Lawrence
oh
is
yeah,
also here. He of course left quite a bit before Walter Nolan has.
yeah,
He was traded, and after a stint with the Browns, he's looking for a new contract somewhere.
yeah.
I think the Browns should have. I mean, I get
Money
he's old and
wise,
expensive, yeah, but
I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
he'll probably sign a contract for like very cheap. Also, you have Derek Brown, who's also very similar story. Deontay Kramer is also an interesting name here. He's still
isn't
young.
that the
He was a
wasn't that the Browns' other defensive tackle? Wait, was
yes,
he?
yes, he was a pick 8 overall for the Browns.
Ooh. So the Browns
So
are losing quite a bit of
yeah,
talent here on that
Devontae
D
Sweat,
line.
another Josh Alfaro back here
Former
again.
Jet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an X Factor 27-year-old Jeffrey Bryant, 84 overall. Trent Pierce, former first round pick as well. Keanu Benton, former Cardinal for a while, is also gone. D tackle, big need for the Cardinals outside of Dylan Easley. Um, yeah, I mean D tackles, plenty of them to get, but we'll see if any of them get signed. Otherwise, but they probably will eventually. But moving
Ooh.
to right edge, whoa, that's Saints really ran out of money because this is another really big loss. Here's my thought.
Yeah, that's
I think the
brutal.
Saints signing Jackson Dart in hindsight was a bad move because they had Mitch Wilds, but now it's really showing that it was a bad move because they lost two of their best players.
Absolutely.
I mean, your best
Positively.
receiver and your best defensive player. I don't like where they're going, but the Bucks also kind of turning things up a little bit. They brought in Marcus Robinson, now they have Nicholas Silas. How do you feel about the Bucks move so far?
The Bucks are killing it. Yeah, Nicholas Silas is an excellent edge. Ever since he was drafted into the league, he was projected high for a reason. This guy is an absolute stud. He's really fast for an edge rusher, super explosive, instinctive. 5-year contracts. He just signed right there for a bunch of money. Probably the biggest spend. Actually, no, maybe Walter Nolan might have been. That I don't know. I didn't look at the Walter Nolan contract, but a
No, he
lot of
does.
money.
It is more for Nicholas
Yeah,
Silas.
well, it is 5 years to be fair. It's probably gonna be more, but
Yeah,
yeah, Nicholas Silas,
big
absolute
one.
stud. I think
Yeah,
that's a huge pickup. Aside from that, a couple again more just kind of middling guys,
Eric Shelby's a
solid
little
players.
interesting. Superstar dev,
Eric
79
Shelby, ooh,
overall,
that
24 year
is
old.
a good shout. I didn't see the superstar there.
Oh, you
No,
still
he's
have other
definitely
guys. Some decent options like Eric Hernandez, superstar, 26-year old. Um,
wow.
Yaya Diaby's here. A couple other guys, same story as a lot of the other teams we've
True, but
said.
yeah, no,
Also,
I do like Eric Hernandez.
yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau's here.
Shout out Thibodeau.
Um,
Stuff. He's probably not doing too much nowadays, but good to see him hanging around.
yeah, but there's
Sam
plenty of talent still.
Linebacker.
Sam linebacker, not
Nothing
really.
much going on.
Yeah, never really much. Mike linebacker though. Steelers and Bucks
Ooh.
making big splashes again. Jimmy Wilson headed to Pittsburgh, and Colt Foley, who where was he just before? We just watched him in a game. He was in
Uh,
Miami, right?
he was. I think he was a Miami linebacker.
Yes, he
Yes.
was Miami's linebacker.
Buccaneers are
He
really good, man. That is
yeah,
they're
they could be dangerous this year coming up here.
currently the NFC favorite. I think pre-draft.
Definitely possible. Yeah, and the Steelers I think are also making some nice moves. I think Steelers and Chargers are teams to look out for next year in the
Yeah.
AFC.
The Bills getting active here, picking up Nick Bolton and a couple of other guys.
Yeah, some other depth pieces as well, and I mean, not a ton. Trevin Wallace leaves too. I didn't realize he wasn't under contract. Damn. Cardinals really need linebackers too.
They got a lot of
Um,
needs. Yeah.
there's a lot of like it's like three positions, but it's like the entire position group needs filled. So it's kind of scary. But middle linebacker, Mike linebacker, not a ton of crazy options, but there's some solid guys. Will linebacker, Zeke Teague, and Cody Simon moving teams. Oh my God, the Bucks continue to really get some great players. Zeke Teague heading to the Bucks. Yeah, that's a really good pick up there. And Cody Simon headed to division rival of the Bucks, the Panthers. Obviously older, not quite as good, but he's good for the price they brought him in on for 2-year deal. Um, yeah, I hate seeing both of those guys go. Even though I never played with Zeke Teague, uh, he was probably my favorite guy that we drafted and played because he was just so wildly
Don't forget
good.
about White Boy Boyce, though.
I do like White Boy Boyce. He's probably third behind Skillen. Um, but outside of the guys that were signed, really not a lot of great options at will linebacker. So I don't know if any of these guys would really make much of an impact outside of those guys. But yeah, it sucks to see those guys go, but good luck to them in their future endeavors. Corner. Wow. Rams don't retain Montrell Watt. And Steelers another pickup. Bringing another Watt into Pittsburgh. Uh,
Yeah, no, Pittsburgh's
that's a
making a lot of moves, and that's a big,
that's
big contract for him
that's
too.
it is. That's a really good move as one of the best corners in football. Uh, yeah, Steelers are gonna be dangerous. You see the Bucks bringing Christian Benford's a solid pickup, and Cam Taylor
Definitely.
Britt to the Vikings. Not terrible. Um, yeah, it's like three. Definitely the Bucks, Chargers, and Steelers have been really making some big moves. Um, Sauce Gardner still 91 overall, sitting here though.
Yeah, you should have definitely gotten the contract over. Honestly, I guess
It's the
the
money.
Benford is a lot cheaper. Yeah, he's much
Yeah,
cheaper than Gardner, but he'll get signed after. It'll be interesting to see. We've quite a few hot elite guys who are going to probably be post draft
yeah.
acquisitions. So I
It's
had free safety here.
gonna be very interesting. Free safety. Xavier Watts to the Dolphins and
Ooh,
Javon Holland. I mean, I think
yep.
it made sense for both sides to not come back. With JD Rose's big rise.
Absolutely,
How do you
but
feel about this?
he's a Texan. No, I like that for Holland. I think he did deserve to start somewhere, and he deserved to get a contract, and at least play another high. He's still a really good player, 86 overall. He's still fast. He's not really lost a step, I would say. Lost a little bit of a step, but not noticeably enough to say that he's going to be a bad safety by any means.
Yeah,
I also like this pick. So yeah, the Xavier Watts pickup for Miami is good. I do like this pickup. Nate Sheets for the Bucks. I think that's a really
another Buck.
really quality pickup.
Yeah, they were
Who's
doing
very
a lot.
young, and Ronnie Hickman to the Chargers as well.
And there's a couple good safeties still here. Antoine Winfield and Andrew Makuba. Um, still, I'm shocked Makuba didn't get signed at 29 years old, 88 overall. But again, some solid options here at free safety, including Brandon Jones, who's in the Super Bowl winning Dolphins team. Jalen Thompson still around, crazily enough. Um, but yeah, some solid options at strong safety. Xavier McKinney heading to Carolina. They've been sneaky with some pickups too. A little bit of an older defense. They did that before. We saw that when they went to the Super Bowl. They signed a lot of older guys. Um, and then after that kind of went downhill, but we'll see. Maybe they're trying it again. Brandon Sari's a nice pickup for the Super Bowl champs, though, the Dolphins.
The
That's a really good
Dolphins are
pickup.
making moves. You like to see them getting active here. Taylor Gaither to the
Yeah.
Vikes. Who was Taylor Gaither's? I remember
He's
seeing
been
him for sure.
around a little bit. I think he was Carolina's strong safety in that Super Bowl, went to the Chargers last year or 2 years ago, went to Philly last year on a 1-year deal. Now headed to Minnesota.
There you
Um
go. Hufungus here
yeah,
and
so do
unsigned
you have a
currently.
strong safety? Or are you
We
gonna have
do
to
have a young guy. We could I wouldn't be too opposed to starting him. We drafted a rookie the year last year, I believe, and he was sitting behind. Yes, he's 77 overall, not amazing, but star dev. I think he can maybe develop into something.
You could get
So
White Boy Boyce. He is here.
I could get white boy boys. Honestly, so yeah, I wouldn't mind upgrading the position if we want to. But I also wouldn't. I think we have bigger needs for sure.
Very
But
true. Very fair.
Hufunga should also get a job somewhere still. He's still pretty good.
Yeah, and the Ravens make some odd choices here at kicker. They bring in Tyler Bass and Jake Elliott, who are both so terrible they can't kick field goals anymore. They have terrible accuracy. But for some reason they were like, yes, we will take them because we can afford them.
Oh, you know what? I think Sean McDermott was he was like, hey, we need a kicker. I know just the guy. He gets injured all year and
So
gets
let's
out
bring in.
kicked by Matt Prater.
So let's bring in a
You
backup.
call up Tyler. Call up Tyler Wills.
Yeah, it's crazy how good the kickers are, and they just refuse to be signed by anybody because they just simply cost too much for them. Um,
Yeah, were they getting? I mean, surely they are getting like 1 year contracts, right?
oh yeah, they are. I mean, honestly, Manu Cordova, who looks like the actual best kicker, is actually not good. He's really not like past 3 years, 80% completion or lower on field goals. So, which is crazy considering he's very good in theory. Mitch Dye's also had up and down career. So yeah, I don't know. It's very odd. Punter, no one signed, but again, some really solid options if they do want to get signed. This Heath McIntyre guy is very good. Probably. I mean, again, can't really say. Doesn't play much, and then long snapper, it's a position that needs to be filled. So very interesting group here. I'm interested to see where Trey Benson lands. He's still here, not honestly asking for a ton. Does want like a 2-year deal though, and at 30 years old for a running back, that's a little concerning for certain teams.
Yeah,
Tristan McDougal,
a lot of fun players. Definitely, yeah. McDougal
that's the big
needs
one,
to
I
get a
think.
contract. Dexter, yeah, McDougal's probably the biggest one. Just purely for age wise and positionally and all that. Dexter Lawrence also fun to see where he lands. Sauce Gardner, Derek Brown. There's so many guys. Deontay Kramer, Antoine
Yeah,
Winfield. Yeah, these guys need to get paid, and
yeah,
I look forward to seeing what happens.
yeah. It's gonna be very interesting. So did you sign only that running back, or did you sign anybody else?
Let me double check. I think it was just the running back, because that's my cap is I still have 7 million over the cap, or
Okay.
sorry, under the cap. Let me double check, but yeah, he was the only guy we signed, which I don't mind too much. We need
Yeah,
to we need to up. We probably need to draft O line really. We got this running back, draft O line, and fill the rest of it in post draft free agency. If it's another couple 70 overall starting, we might not be in the playoffs again. I'm gonna be honest.
very
Just
fair.
cannot afford that level of line play, especially with how many defensive linemen are in this league. There's no chance.
Yeah,
You cannot do that.
it's very fair. And Cardinals obviously didn't sign anybody. It's crazy. We only have 41 people on the roster, and we're paying so much money for people, and it doesn't even feel like there's that much money going around. It's just like, but there is. Like Marvin Harrison, his contract's gonna be up here soon. He's probably gonna be leaving next year. Um, a lot of the other guys though I mean, I'm worried about next year. Skillen, Ramos, Dylan Easley all needed new contracts.
What do you think's gonna happen there? There's some
I don't
decisions to be
know.
made.
It depends on how the money looks next year, but and also who we draft here. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little worried
This is an important draft.
The Cardinals'
Yeah.
downfall might be upon us. And it was a good stretch of games in years, obviously. But John Gafford, I don't know who that is, but he really wants a quarterback. Which, well, believe it or not, I think that's who you're gonna get.
It
So
would be a shock if the first overall pick is not D'Angelo Callaway. I think that would be terrible. I would know. I'd be crazy though. Maybe the Bills pick him up. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah, who? I mean, they don't. I don't know Josh Carter, or they have that other
Josh
guy. No, they
Carter.
have that other guy who's pretty decent. I can't remember
Um,
his name.
I thought it was Josh Carter.
No, they brought in they had a rookie,
Oh,
Margot
you're right.
Magana
You're right.
from last year's
Argana.
rookie
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
He should probably start over Carter. But no, I think Callaway's like pretty much pretty much like bigger of a lock than Fernando Mendoza going to the
I agree.
Raiders.
I agree.
But let's see. So yes, he is
Yep.
in fact, a Raven. See some edges, tackle, skip past the Niners. head all the way to Jaguars pick some more D tackles, just all D tackles, and an edge. Moving
Quality tackles.
to your pick. So let's see what's on the board and who you
Oh,
think
so
should be
Derek
drafted.
Gardner, the guy we were mocked, went a pick before, so maybe that'll help deter
Yeah,
us.
maybe the picks can be Carlos Hooker, the edge rusher, or maybe you bring in Jose Macklin, the running back.
Okay, there is this top 5 projected edge, Ben Quinones. Why did he fall so far? I don't like that.
He's a second to
Oh,
third round
God.
talent.
Oh,
I
that's
see his
okay.
talent. Yeah,
That's
he's
good.
not
Let's
good.
avoid that. Get Larry Crowley. Get Larry Crowley right
Left
here.
guard, yeah,
First round guard out of
should
Wisconsin. He just looks great. He
either
just looks
either
great all
that
around.
or Roman Hillman, the left tackle, a little bit further.
Oh, tackle.
Either of those,
Tackle
I think.
is. You're right. I do like as a prospect.
I do
Roman
think
Hillman does look pretty good.
Crowley looks better, but I mean, if
Positional need wise, tackle might
yeah,
be obviously a little higher, but I don't know. I really like Larry Crowley,
if
and
they
I
if
would
they
be
don't if they don't go offensive line, I think it's a big mistake.
yeah.
That's the
Get the
biggest spot.
tackle or get the guard. I'll be happy. Please, for the love of God, do not go. Even to get a receiver if you want. Just do not go defense. If it's defensive line, if it's anything on the defense, I will be pissed. I will
Yeah,
be pissed. Except for strong
understandably.
safety, unless there's it's a strong safety maybe.
There is
But
this Magana, the brother of the Bills
oh,
quarterback,
there
Enrique
you go. That's
Magana.
gonna be a fun connection. Okay, if it's
He doesn't look bad
penciled
on it.
in,
He actually does look pretty solid. Looks like a really good box
okay.
safety. A tackle, A hit
Honestly,
power, A play rec, A block shed, A awareness.
oh, okay,
So
okay. You know what? I can maybe be persuaded on him.
he's probably
But
80 overall.
if it's defensive line, or a corner or not that man right there, I'm gonna be so mad. Please just
Understandably.
pick line,
And the
please.
Giants select. Oh,
No! What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Fire Randy Peak right now. Fire him. Fire him. He's really
sir, you are Randy
no.
Peak.
Fire me, bro. Fire me.
That's
Fire me.
a
What are you
malpractice. That
doing?
is
That is
malpractice.
malpractice, dude. There's a mole. There's a mole in our scout. There's a mole. There's a mole.
Yeah,
No, there's a
I
mole,
feel
bro.
like the D tackle scout, the
Oh
D
my
line scout
god.
has to have like some like some sort of like really career ending knowledge over Peak. Another D tackle. I
Oh my
mean, just
god,
taking a look
dude.
at the D tackle room of the Giants, just real quick, right? Obviously, okay,
Right.
you've lost Dexter Lawrence years ago, but look, you have Mason Graham, you have Derek Shields, you have Charles Anderson, and now you bring in this guy to be D tackle 3 or 4. I mean, why? I don't get it. You have so much of a bigger need. Left tackle, you have a 68 overall playing. Left guard, you have nobody. At center, you have nobody. And then your right side of the line's good, but like you need
You
more
could
than the
upgrade
right
the
side.
safety. You could get a lot. There's like
You have 3
it just
receivers on the roster. You could use an upgraded strong safety. But no, let's take a D tackle for the 14th time.
oh my god, it's
Literally,
over.
you're gonna have to just run to the right side of the line the entire
This,
fucking year.
dude, Snow is gonna be so. I think this might be Randy Peak's downfall, bro. This is so bad.
That's just
All right.
terrible, especially when there's good. Like last year, there wasn't a lot of great
Oh man.
linemen, so like, okay, I understand why maybe not, but there's 2 guys there within your pick range where it's like take them, but they don't, which is such just a terrible decision.
Absolutely, yeah, heartbreaking.
And there
And
goes the
yeah, also that
tackle
that,
and the
that
guard.
normal depth corner still DB4. Yep, and there's all the great offensive linemen.
And the Chiefs grab a quarterback. We didn't even really talk about him very much, but
Oh,
they
Montreal
do
Conley.
maybe get their
Yeah.
guy. Now Cardinals here should be taking any of the positions that they lost in free agency. Running back, not super necessary. We have a superstar dev that we drafted last year, so I could be okay with him being the guy. That could be a need. Absolutely. We do need a right guard too, but I don't think there's really anyone there. D tackle could be a need. We still have Dylan Easley, but he's going to be leaving next year probably, and then outside of that, not great. Linebacker is a huge need. We have 1 guy under contract in the entire linebacker room. Corner 2 is still a big need. So any of those positions I'd be very content with. I think linebacker might be the move though. I could see, maybe, I don't know if there's anyone here. A receiver could maybe be in play if with Marvin Harrison maybe leaving next year. But based on who's here, it's either going to be a linebacker down the board or a running back. I feel like this is much again like how you were last year. I think where I feel like maybe trading back would have been the right move if we were actually playing, but since we're not, um, it's not going to be the pick. Not going to be
Yeah, I
the
guess
case.
we'll see.
So
I think you have more room for more margin for error here, like in terms of like you have more positions that you really need to fill.
yeah,
So yeah, there's more of the moves can be considered like upgrades and good.
yeah. I would say I think ideally we take a linebacker just to just like where we're at in the draft. I mean, yeah, we could use a running back maybe, but we need linebackers like because we have one on the roster and there's a decent bit coming up here at the top of the second. So let's see. I actually can't even see. Okay, thank God the cutscene's here because it was a just black screen for me. Roger
Interesting.
Goodell at the podium. They take a Mike linebacker, Tucker Andrews. That's who we were mocked. I'm fine with it because we just need linebacker. I don't know how good he is though, so we'll see. Um, and let's see who the Dolphins take. The Super Bowl winning Dolphins take an edge rusher, I believe, Grove, adding to
Yeah.
bringing
Yep.
him and Silas in, right? Or no, Silas went to the Bucks. I was
Yeah.
thinking
Silas
wrong guy.
left. So
But
drafting Silas replacement, I suppose.
yeah. Well, he didn't. He was a Saint, so not related at all. I was thinking of a
Oh wait.
different guy.
To
Uh,
the
but anyways,
yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're
going to the end of the draft. Um, yeah. I mean, if I feel like if the Giants don't bring in any interior line or left tackle in this draft, it's they should have just fired him on the spot. Randy Peake should
yeah,
be fired.
Randy Peake I think is a terrorist. And I guess we'll see
Yeah, let's
the
look
draft.
right now. Let's look at yours right now.
Yeah, let's see.
Because that's a big
Yeah,
thing.
okay. We did need receiver. So that's the second round.
Not even a single lineman.
Not actually, yeah. No, no. I was now looking at the rest of this. Yeah, he's a terrorist. He's actually a terrorist. So, Calvin Peralta. Okay, I mean, he looks like a fine prospect. I don't
Yeah,
fucking care. Give
yeah,
me some linemen. We have 3 offensive linemen. Fucking, they're okay. We better have the most crazy post draft free agency class of all time. We actually,
yeah. It's not
okay,
a great group here. I mean,
a bad
Eduardo
draft is not.
Alonso could be interesting.
Could be. He's not amazing, but in the second
6'4", 93 speed. Could be something down the line,
could be
but
something for sure. We needed receiver. But I mean it's just poopy, bro.
not a
It's just poopy.
single lineman is malpractice. Drafted 2
Yeah.
receivers, a running back for no reason,
Randy Peake
a
is
tight
looking at our
end.
group 57 overall starting at center, 62 overall starting at left guard, 68 starting at left tackle. We're like, yeah, we're gonna get 2 receivers in this draft.
Yeah, that's
Two
brutal.
receivers. That's what the
Brutal.
hell are you doing? Okay. Well,
Moving to the Cardinals,
mm,
not super exciting with this draft because it's just not a. I think we had probably the worst drafts. Tucker Andrews is like a solid player, hidden dev. I think he'll be good. He's not going to be like amazing right away. Definitely needed linebacker, and we also double dipped, which I think is a good call. We're bringing Minshew.
Minshew.
Minshew. He's a normal dev, but like we needed a linebacker so badly, but we just didn't bring in
Ugh,
great talent. Is the issue. We
yeah.
filled the D tackle room a little bit more with some just backups and like a left tackle is not very good. This tight end Andrew Soto is here, and another linebacker, which again I'm fine with filling in the room, but it's just really bad talent. I feel like this was just like a filling holes with we just getting guys in the room because we need them
Yeah.
versus getting good players, which it's a tough thing to play with that because we were just a bad team with where we're at right now. Looking at the draft, the D'Angelo Callaway's an 81 overall, 97 speed, 92 throw power. Yeah, he's pretty much Lamar Jackson 2.0. So this is like a perfect fit here.
Yeah, no, they home run for the Ravens. I mean, it was an easy pick, obviously, but still, amazing work.
Yeah,
Ravens might be on the rise. Looking at you see, we're looking at all
ooh, that's
talent, right?
strong safety by the way.
Wow,
Second round
dude, that
pickup
would
for the
have been.
Packers.
Oh my god, that hurts you. Okay,
Yeah, he was the
fire.
archetype. 99 hit power.
As a Madden player, actually, he's only 85 speed. No, I mean he's still
He's
85
a
overall. Come
great
on, man. That's
linebacker. By the way,
easy.
that guard that you guys passed on is an
Oh
82
my god!
overall.
The two best players in the draft. Dude, the three. Wait, no, no, wait, hold on. Where's that other tackle? Where's that tackle? Gotta find that tackle. That was the left tackle or was he right?
Damn, there's an 80 overall tight ends in the second round for the Cowboys. He was a left tackle. There's a fifth
Left.
round D tackle who's 78 overall. Man, the Cardinals should have
Okay, the
picked him
left
up.
tackle was 73 overall, but he still would have been a good start. So he's
He's
hidden
better
dev.
than who you have.
He is fucking better than who I have, man. What the fuck is this? All right.
Yeah,
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah,
no,
whatever.
it's rough. It's rough. I mean, it's inexcusable. Not even to bring in guys is tough. Um, who did the Chiefs bring in? Where is he at? I'm looking
I
for
mean,
the
even
quarterback.
the Bears got 78 overall receiver at pick 30.
Yeah.
Good value there.
So Chiefs brought in a 74 overall hidden dev quarterback. So Montrell Conley will be their guy probably. But yeah,
Nice.
I just really horrible. Like it's different. Like the Cardinals just didn't bring in good talents, but like they made the right positional picks for the most part. Whereas the Giants, like yeah, Peralta's a good player and the receiver's a good player, but to not draft a single offensive lineman is just absolutely inexcusable.
Yeah, there was better talent on the board as well. Even if you're not going to
Yes.
go line, you could get the strong safety who we pens as elite. I get you have confidence in your young guy, but there's just generational talent, and sometimes you just got to take it. Like how the
Yeah.
Giants might take Jeremiah Love over
Right.
Scadoo. Like
Right.
Scadoo's a good running back, but what do you mean? What do you do? Maybe I don't know. So that's the point.
But I mean, if
Also,
Crowley really should have been the pick, like that's like the obvious
yes,
home run pick. You don't have a left guard on the roster. He's sitting there and he's one of the best guys in the draft, and they take a D tackle. That's brutal.
it is brutal. We actually also see maybe the Bengals starting quarterback. I don't think they signed a guy, right? So they drafted this.
They signed the 68 overall.
Okay,
Remember
right.
that?
So
Oh,
that's not a guy. He's subhuman.
okay.
Bengals get Will Samuels.
All right.
Looks like a solid starter here, maybe. So he might end up starting.
Okay.
I don't know if they
So
might pick up someone post draft, but
it is very interesting. I feel like for a while, the league was the AFC. You kind of lumped the Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills together. Like those were the teams with the quarterbacks, right?
yeah,
And other than the Bills, who didn't draft a quarterback because they already have a guy from last year, all brought in rookie quarterbacks to potentially be the next guys. So we'll see Conley, Samuels,
truly
and
a new era. I
Callaway.
think that's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I feel like this is the worst draft for both of our teams.
Yes.
Brutal. Um, it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's hard to even really like. I don't know. I mean, like I'm okay with the. I'm shocked the Cardinals overall is still as high as it is right now. It's an 89 overall team. There's so many holes now.
Same. I'm still 91 overall, which just doesn't make sense. This
Yeah,
this line
it's
is so
wild.
poo-poo.
But I mean, I'm interested to see what these linebackers can do. They can definitely progress. Tucker Andrews could be really good. Um, it we do have a good guy in here already too at will linebacker, so I feel like linebackers should be okay. I'm still very worried about the other positions that are going to be leaving and also that have already left that we didn't fill extremely well. So I think this might be the first year we see both of our teams maybe miss the playoffs. Maybe they're still very
There's
good teams, but
there's definitely a good chance that we both missed. I
there's
think again, post
holes.
draft free agency actually is super important here.
Very much so. Yeah, because there's a lot of holes for both of our teams that need to be filled, or at least strengthened, to at the
And
very
if
least.
they don't get if that doesn't happen, then our holes are going to get filled, and that would
Yeah,
not be good.
yeah. By the media, they're gonna continuously be like, "Why didn't you draft people?" The Cardinals are now minus 30 million cap space, so we're not signing anybody else. We're pretty much set on 48 roster guys. We have no right guard. So
Jesus.
yeah, I don't know. Let's go to next week and see. I don't know. This is gonna be a really interesting year. This might be a uh, depressing end of the series. So next 5 years might be really bad.
Yeah, well, we had
Um,
a good time. We had a good run. We had a good run.
well,
Ugh.
I did. By the way, say
I had a
Justin
yeah.
Jefferson
Yep.
is not a Hall of Famer. Joe Burrow, Josh Hines Allen, and Saquon do make it in though. Um,
Yeah. Oh, there's always next year.
there is. Seeing if any of our drafts got graded. No, the Ravens got a B though, which fair.
Fair enough.
Bills got a B minus. We didn't even get graded because of how bad it was.
Yeah,
Um,
I think no grade equals like bad. Like not even.
yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
brutal. I'm trying to see here if anyone got picked up. Not yet for our teams at least. Um,
Want to send like one preseason week and see if
sure,
maybe
sure, sure.
we get something. Yeah, my line is so bad. Please, dude. I
Yeah,
just
it's brutal.
God.
Let's see, did the Cardinals pick anybody up? We're at 52 here, so I do think we picked up some players somehow.
Same. Yeah, we got some poop from a butt
All
to
right,
fill our
let's
line.
take a look. Let's look at the Cardinals first and see. They brought in um a right guard, Enrique Magana. Oh, hold on. That was a that was a
Wait,
guy. Another
Enrique
Magana.
wasn't he the draft?
Kicker or
Oh,
punter.
wait, what?
No, there hold on. I need to see what this guy's deal is. Oh yeah, he's decent. He's 75 overall. The rest of the line is very good here in Arizona, so I'm not really super concerned with him being lower overall. But yeah, we just pretty much just brought in a him. We brought in a kicker and a punter, and then which that's fine. And then we brought in somebody else. I already forget what position it was. We brought in, I think it was receiver, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the Cardinals can still compete. It really is gonna depend on if the run game can get back to where it was before, with now J.P. Norton as the guy. And
Yeah.
defensively is gonna be an interesting thing because we lost three of our premier players. Still have a pretty good defense. It's just not nearly as good. Looking at your
So yeah, so
transactions,
Camille Knighton, by the way, that X Factor Edge,
yes,
still a depth player, still sitting there in our depth, and our
yeah.
superstar Quintana
Ooh,
linebacker, also a depth player.
you did restructure
Uh,
Abdul Carter and Malik Neighbors' contracts to create over $20 million in cap space. So there you
that
go.
is a good move right there. But so we did that just so we could go ahead and get a couple of poopy guys here.
You didn't
Uh,
even you got left guard and a center and a kicker.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't see. Yeah, left tackle. It seems like pencil it in. It's going to be fucking 68 overall. Dylan Woods.
That's brutal.
He's young, but like, oh my god, good luck.
Yeah, he
Good
doesn't.
luck, man.
He's bad. Yeah, Eric Lawrence
All
is
right.
like not great either, and the center is honestly not awful, but
It's not the worst,
it's
but yeah.
still
So
really
Parker
bad.
Hunter and Cameron Snow, they're gonna have a hard time, I think, this year, and it's gonna take one a hell of an effort, I think, to overcome the deficiency of this line. Even if they make the
Yeah.
playoffs, I don't think this is not. I mean, there's just too much defensive talent, defensive line talent, especially. So unless maybe we make a crazy move during the season, I don't
Oh,
see this line getting us anywhere.
you did pick up an 80 overall kicker though.
Oh, oh, that's so nice.
87 kick power. I mean, you're not going to be getting very far, so you're going to be kicking a lot of field goals. So, 87 kick power kicker is going to be really
Oh,
helpful.
he's kicking from the 30, man.
Yeah,
Oh
brother.
man.
Yeah, this is a rough, very rough. But are you ready to sim the midseason? Do you have any projections, predictions? I have a
I
couple.
think okay, I do think the Buccaneers are going to be great this year. I think
I
the
agree.
who was the other team we were talking about a lot?
Chargers,
The
Steelers.
Chargers and Steelers I think are both going to be pretty good this year. Um and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's Saints are probably going to have a rough time. There was a team that lost a bunch of talent.
I mean, yeah, the Saints were the I think the big one. The Cardinals.
Saints are the one I'm thinking about. This is the Cardinals, yeah, and the oh my god, I have such a bad memory. Oh, the Saints, they lost their receiver as well. Yeah, that's
Receiver
yeah,
and edge rusher. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
losing a lot of talent and
Colts also lost a lot of retirements. They didn't really bring in a
through
lot to
I
fill.
think
So
Colts will be not great. I mean, they weren't in the playoffs last year. They weren't a bad team. They were just out of the picture, but Yeah, I think this year is going to be pretty rough for the Colts.
Yeah.
As for the Cardinals, yeah, I think you're not in a great position, but I still think you can make the playoffs. It's going to be a
Yeah.
tough division because I think the Niners and I think the Seahawks made some nice moves. I think the Niners are still a
Yeah.
solid team. The Rams are the Rams. I think you'll be fine there. But
Yeah.
yeah, and for
It's tough.
obviously, yeah, for the Giants, Eagles are really. I think they're really solid with Von Herren. Uh, Commanders are I think in the right direction. We'll see what they can do. The Cowboys are the Cowboys. The Cowboys
Yeah.
and the Rams. I feel like our divisions have not been great.
Which is
Um,
crazy considering I feel like Corey Burrow was supposed to be the next guy, and then
they
it's
got
just
Tim
never.
Scadaboo and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
no.
never really happened. They had 1 year where they were actually like a playoff team. That was the year the Cardinals missed, I believe, and then just haven't really been able to put it all together. Weirdly enough, but let's go to the midseason. I'm really worried to see how this looks. I don't know. I don't see it going well for either of our teams,
I agree. I agree.
which
It'll
sucks.
be a ride, but yeah, I think as long as we're competitive, I'd be happy. I just you know just try to be competitive, try to make some waves. Maybe me and you will be bunk buddies at pick 1 and 2. We'll see.
I don't know if it'll be that bad. Cardinals are four and
Oh,
three.
I'm 4 and 2. Okay, hold
Okay,
on.
so
Maybe we were overestimating how bad because I think the rest of the league has lost talent too.
I will
So
say the NFC looks interesting this year. Obviously, the NFC East is the
yeah,
weakest of the three divisions, but the NFC North, tight race with the Lions and Vikings. The Panthers making their run back to the Super Bowl maybe, and then the Bucks are 4 and 3, and then the NFC West is a fucking crazy division again. Rams on top, so maybe they do
it's,
have to be worried about them. And
you that's rough. Okay, I was definitely a little.
four and
Oh man,
three. I will say right now, Brett Charles, my edge rusher, is leading the league in sacks at 11, so that's fun to see. Um,
nice.
and that's about it. Guess who's leading the league in yards right now?
Let me
It's
see.
fucking Will
Fucking
Samuels.
Will Samuels is
It's
here,
a,
baby.
it's of course it's
Will
because of the
Samuels.
fucking Bills or the Bengals fucking playbook. Oh my
Will
god. Well, guess
Samuels,
what? Guess what?
QB1.
There's
What?
fucking 70 or 7 yeah, no. 60 tackles in the top 10 picks. Although there's a couple handful of first round quarterbacks, so
Hmm,
that could be in play for somebody
sure, for
somewhere.
sure.
Another Youngblood, Bob Youngblood.
Young blood.
Um oh geez. Yeah, this is I mean, it's gone better than I expected for both of us so far, but I'm worried still for both of us.
Yeah, I'm a little more confident maybe winning my division and or making the playoffs. The NFC's not insanely powerhouse strong like it usually is. They're still it's
It's
competitive, and especially in the NFC West, but
the NFC
it's
East is definitely easier
yeah,
for
and
you
that
right
yeah,
now.
for sure.
But
For
let's
sure.
look at
But
the
we'll see.
AFC real quick, I guess, to see where teams are at. Colts actually still very good. I forgot they have
Ooh,
Purdy still, so yeah, they're still going to be okay. 5-1. Raiders back up with Hurts.
yeah,
Chiefs with their
Jaguars as well
rookie.
there. Mhm.
Yeah, Jaguars, Pats, Titans, Steelers still up there. Dolphins back to mediocre. They're actually not the worst team in the league this year so far, so maybe they'll be okay.
Good, that's good.
Chargers can't fucking get out of that mid territory.
Purgatory.
Yeah, the purgatory of mid. The Bengals are 3-4 because their defense still sucks, and the
Yeah.
Ravens are 2-5. I mean, like quarterback's not going to fix everything, you know.
Sure, but still better, I think, than it's better course than last year, I think, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
They were
I
the
mean,
first overall pick for a reason.
yeah,
Improvement's improvement.
yeah. I feel like it's going to be interesting. The AFC might be a little bit different than we thought it would be. But same thing with the NFC. To be fair, um,
Yeah.
but I don't think there's really anything else we need to look at. Let's just
Cardinals Giants do play in week 10. Maybe we can go and
oh,
check that after the season, especially if we don't, you know.
sure,
Let's
sure. Moving to the playoffs. Let's see.
go.
I would love to see both of us in the playoffs again. Maybe
I
a
would.
wild card matchup could be fun.
Ooh, Nick
Um,
Skillen, Parker Hunter
for the first
showdown. That'd be
time,
fun
first
for
time in the
sure.
playoffs. But again, it's a tough NFC West. I do feel like you have a better shot making the playoff because of your division, and Yeah, NFC West is just it's a battleground right now. So
Yeah, but it's
unsure.
plenty of season, and again, I think this line really might sell us. We'll see.
Yeah,
We
we
will
will see
see.
here in a moments when this finally loads. Once it finally sets in,
It's edging us.
Cardinals naked at 9-8.
Oh, okay.
We have everybody
We
injured.
I'm
Holy
in it.
fuck!
Wait,
Everybody.
let's
Okay,
go
I
off
won the
here.
division. The Cardinals won. Dude, the Niners just
Oh
fucking.
my
Holy
god,
shit!
what the fuck happened?
Everyone
Oh
decided to suck.
Jesus.
The Bucks went on a crazy tear. The Panthers went 4-6 in their last 10. The Falcons showed back
Jesus
up. The Saints
Christ.
suck, which we expected. What a crazy turnaround. I don't know how we won the division, either of us, but especially me because of the division being as
Oh, I
strong
mean,
as it
my
was.
division's actual shit from a fucking poop butt.
Very
Oh my
much
god.
so.
Well,
But
there you go.
by the way, I don't think the Cardinals are going to make it past round one. They're missing our best receiver, Marvin Harrison, our best linebacker, Quan Wiggins, our second corner, our third corner, our second rookie
Jesus.
linebacker, Minshew. So we have a lot of injuries. Um, let's look at the
Yeah.
playoff bracket real quick, I guess.
So also, my left tackle is also injured. So we have right tackle this
Jesus Christ.
star guy we signed, Charles Woodyard, in here at 68.
There you go.
Maybe
Maybe he's
moves.
the guy. Um, looking at the playoff bracket real quick, dude. The Browns. Actually, no. Let's go to the standings. Uh, AFC Browns 12-5 with Cole Marshall back to a 9-game win streak. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Nice.
And a bunch of 10-7 teams: Raiders, Chargers, Colts, Patriots, Steelers, Titans, all 10-7, making it. Chargers are above, or the Raiders are above the Chargers, but are the wild card team between the two. So that's fun. Guess they. Oh yeah, the Raiders went 1-5 in divisional games. Yeah, no fucking wonder
Wow.
they lost a division.
The Bengals yeah, the Chiefs fell off.
Oh,
Yeah, no, they didn't make
they
the playoffs.
man, I mean, it was a good year though for the rookie quarterback probably. Ravens,
For
what a
sure.
turnaround though.
Yeah, no, they
Two and
definitely
five
did.
to
I think
eight
they
and
heated
nine.
up with their rookie, but
Yeah, Dolphins back to being one of the worst teams in the league. It's clockwork, man. They're gonna be back
this
next
is
year,
all
Super Bowl.
yeah, interesting if the Browns and the
Yeah,
Raiders leading
yeah,
and the Colts making the playoffs, winning their divisions,
yeah,
incredible because we thought they'd be poop this year.
yeah. But we forgot about Purdy, I think, so that definitely helps.
True, but even with
Uh,
Purdy, I don't know. Yeah,
they lost some
whatever. Well,
pieces, yeah.
hey,
Uh,
they were good.
Texans, though, I do feel like the Texans have just been progressively getting worse, so it makes sense that they're here. They really haven't done a ton. Um,
Yeah.
and then NFC, the Packers are the worst team, but the Texans will be picking first this year. Um, so that will be interesting. Maybe in play for a quarterback. And of course, let's look at the stats. Um, let's start with your Giants. Let's start with your Giants.
Let's start with my New York Giants. So let's open this one up. So Parker Hunter, not an insane year, 29 touchdowns, 8 picks, sacked 56 times. Honestly, not as many times as I thought with this line. So
Could
he
have been
was
worse.
making definitely could have been worse. He had a solid year, nothing insane, but what you'd expect from a 10-7 team. Going to rushing, Cameron Snow, solid, but I mean, not again. I mean, I don't know. I can't be too harsh on him with this line.
He
Is
missed four
actual poop.
games too, which is probably part of
Oh,
the reason
He
he
did
got
miss
hurt.
4
He got
games.
hurt because of the line. Malone did not play very much.
Marshall Malone, yeah, no, he did not. He only played 9 games,
Quincy
so I think he was
Barber,
also injured. Yeah, no, I think Marshall Malone got injured. 9 games
must
played,
have, yeah.
or maybe did Quincy Barber overtake
I
him? Oh,
mean,
maybe.
kind of, but like,
Yeah, no, I
no.
think
Malone's a higher overall.
yeah, he must have been injured then.
It's weird, odd.
But a solid rushing, actually with Quincy Barber as well. Not bad rushing production. That's still over 1,000 yards, and Parker Hunter chipping in as well to run. Not terrible rushing production. Not again, just not the high end stats that we're used to seeing, but receiving wise, still going crazy. John Coyle, 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. He is here, having an absolutely awesome season. Malik Neighbors, veteran, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Eduardo Alonso, the rookie,
It's a
500 yards, two
big,
touchdowns, not
big
bad.
drop off though after those two.
Widener, Widener's
Man,
fallen off. Yeah, did he get injured? He did only play 12 games, so he got injured, but
someone needs
still.
the. I think he needs saved. He needs to be brought to a team that would use him well because he's been just so
Agree.
underutilized for
I
years.
think, yeah, this playbook must really not like the tight ends. Yeah, Mike Widener's not doing much because he's still like one of our highest overall pass catchers. I
Yeah,
think.
He's got superstar depth
Yeah,
still.
yeah, it didn't help he missed time. Miguel Valles came in and actually I kind of outperformed him a little bit in his time playing.
Future
Uh,
starter tag.
with
That's
a lot less
huge.
pitches.
Star dev.
Future starter, maybe Miguel Valles is the answer after Widener, but we'll see. So I mean, I do need to look at how many sacks given up. Wilkins did lead us in sacks given up. Actually, Dylan Woods didn't do as that terribly. I mean, he didn't do amazingly, but
Notice
he
how
didn't do
not a single one of
terribly.
your linemen played every game. They all
That's
played
rough.
16 or less.
Yeah, Eric Lawrence is probably like the poopiest lineman because 12 sacks from the guard position is bad, no matter
Yeah,
how you spin it.
the center's not
Um,
good either.
it's probably like, if we drafted the guard, we probably would have been I don't know, 12-win team. I think I think that could have been the difference.
Possible,
Also
yeah.
helped the run game a lot, but
Boston was good
regardless, yeah,
though. Don't know why
Wyatt Boston
Boston
has been great
holding it
for
down.
us. Charles Woodyard, I guess, also stepped in and gave up 3 sacks and like 200 downs played, which is not good at
Yeah,
all.
not great. Yeah,
Defensively, you know the man who's leading the tackles. It's Cam Bolden up there with 114. Damone Kinley with 13 TFLs actually leads us. 10 for Abdul, 10 for Mason Graham. Abdul Carter, 17 sacks. I mean, probably one of his lower end years as of late, but 17 sacks is still
yeah.
incredible. Still, I wouldn't say defensive player of the year level this year, but still pretty good. And he could win it if it's a weak award, but we'll have to see the other edges. Still awesome year. I have no problem with him.
Did your first
Derek
round pick get involved? Let's see. Hmm.
I don't think he started a game. I don't
No,
think he
he.
played. No,
Nope. He
he
played 0 downs.
played 0 downs as a first
uh,
round fucking pick. Oh my god.
what a
Oh yeah,
pick.
the X Factor edge, 1 tackle, one
Oh
single
yeah,
tackle for him. Oh, our superstar linebacker, 1 tackle, two tackles for him. No, sorry, 2 tackles,
beautiful.
2 tackles.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is truly beautiful. I think our fifth string corner behind fucking Tresman Bellamy got more tackles than 2 of our superstar defensive linemen.
It's
This is
crazy.
terrible. Take a look at picks. Sorry, I was getting a little bad. Trey
That's fair.
Sanchez, the will linebacker, leads us. Good for him. Derek Sanford, what the hell? Where's JD? Wait, or
He's
no,
free
no, no,
safety.
sorry, free
But yeah,
safety. Good lord.
I feel like JD Rolls got his
Um,
role reduced actually with well, kind of naturally statistically wise playing because he's playing more
True.
true free safety instead of in the box, which I assumed is what he
That
played
is
with the other guys there.
no, that's a good point. Yeah. Crothers getting a pick there. He's finally a starter right now. Yes, he's a president pick. So yeah, picks wise, we've not usually been the greatest team. We'll check the deflections just because Mitch Harden 9 deflections. He's proved to be a very solid corner. He's not been like elite, but he's been very solid. We can definitely love to see that. Uh, yeah, JD Rose definitely has not had the biggest impact this season, but as a free safety, I mean that's kind of what's going to happen. Still had a solid season. He's still in here, making things happen. But yeah, definitely reduced role as a single high. And yeah, that's it. So solid
Very,
season for the Giants. We're in the playoffs. That's all you can ask for. Let's take a look at
very
your
true.
guys.
So, not a bad season from Nick Skillen. Not nothing super crazy. 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 11 picks, 68 completion percentage, sacks 47 times. Yeah, like not bad, but not great. The run game was fucking all over the place. Holy. No one
Oh,
could stay healthy. I did see that a couple times. Noah Aldridge ends up being the lead back, 86 overall. I think he honestly was. Oh yeah, he was a free agent. We picked him up because of injuries. He was sitting in free agency. He was Denver's running back like 3 or 4 for a couple years. He came in and honestly wasn't awful at all. Actually, 4.3 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns in his 7 games played. JP Norton, who's supposed to be the lead guy, only ran it for 277 yards, a touchdown, missed 5 games, only played 281 downs. I think he was put on an IR, actually. He must have
Jesus.
been. Oh, no, he's back now, but he must have
And
been
then
on,
you're
I don't know.
yeah,
Skilling got involved. Tremaine Bishop got involved. Jason Polk is horrible. 2.4 yards per carry. Yeah, we had everybody in the world getting carries. It's just not well. How did our tight end? Our tight end was playing fullback, I guess, and got 8 carries. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, the run game, a far cry from Trey Benson and Marcus Robinson. Just complete shit show. This is maybe the worst running back like distribution I've seen ever in
Yeah.
Madden. Like the
Yeah,
amount of
no, absolutely.
injuries and Brutal. Brutal.
That is brutal.
Receiving, Marvin Harrison trying to play for another contract if we can afford it next year. 85 catches, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Trey McBride finally showing back up. 90 catches. This is how you use a tight end, Voodoo. Uh,
That is how I usually say it.
90 catches, 868 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Cobb with a solid year, 64, 852, and 6. Ramos missed 3 games. I fear he might be leaving too next season. 672 yards, 61 catches, 2 touchdowns. And outside of that, big drop off.
Yeah.
Not much to really say there. Vince Boone, the Super Bowl legend, only had 1 down played, unfortunately. That's okay. Blocking, Will Carr 12 sacks, Paris Johnson 11, Jaron Finney giving up 8's brutal. Tevin Lewis giving up 5 from the center spot's also not great. And our right guard spot, I don't even know who's. I must have been this Branson Taylor guy filled in at right guard for majority of the season. So I don't know. Not a great year there. Quan Wiggins, obviously, big shoes to fill. With all those linebackers leaving, 124 tackles, led the team. Brett Charles is here. Brett Charles might be. He's Defensive Player of the Year.
I think
25
he
sacks.
single-handedly carried your team to a
He had
fucking playoff.
100 tackles, 13 TFLs, 25 sacks. He's insane.
Yeah, that's there you go. That is what you wanted.
That is, I believe, like second highest sacks in a season behind obviously Abdul Carter with his 27 sack season.
Yeah.
Dylan Easley had a nice season, 11 and 11 on TFLs and sacks. Nathan Payne, not a terrible year, 6 and 8. Outside of that, we don't really have anyone too great. Stern had 5.5, but yeah, wow. Brett Charles, what a season.
What a fucking year.
Devin Jones, this guy I believe was signed in free. He was a free agent pickup. He's playing up to an 80. He's 28 years old. He's not very he's been all around the league, Dallas, Carolina, and Kansas City. He comes in, puts up
year here.
Maybe
Yeah.
He's probably not going to get signed though. 107 tackles, 5 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, and 5 picks. Crazy
7 deflections.
year.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 deflections, 8 for Marquis Hearns led the team. That's our corner 2 or 3, I believe. Only 1 fumble force this year. Very odd year for sure. Very, very odd year. But honestly,
Absolutely.
I do think it's very good things for a lot of people, but some bad as well. Looking at the entirety of the NFL, the Bengals playbook is undefeated. Will Samuels, rookie year,
might be
holy
MVP.
fuck, he's X Factor. First off, he's already playing up to a 94, but he's a 88 overall. Yeah, he's I don't think we're gonna be seeing any non-Bengals up there very, very much.
Yeah, no, what a year. And also D'Angelo Callaway. I'm sorry to skip over a Burrow because he actually had a pretty nice year, but Callaway with a solid rookie year as well. Let's look at his rushing production.
He's also an X Factor, 89 overall.
Oh yeah, and Parker Hunter and Nick Skillen actually top 5 in passing yards.
There you go. Yeah, not a lot of passing yards outside of that. Marco Magana for the Bills, nice season, even though they didn't do well as a team. Bryce Young, obviously, kind of being his game manager, Super Bowl self. Dude, yeah. Oscar Browning. Remember when we were thinking he's going to be the guy, and then now he puts up a stinker of a season.
Yeah, Oscar. Oh, I mean, he did win a Super Bowl.
Dude, so. Cam Ward went back to shit as well too. What the hell? Von Herron, also Darius Waddle for the Lions had a nice year. I mean, they won the division, so good for them.
Dante Jeffries just needs to get out into the Jets because he's actually pretty well.
Yeah.
Tommy Slay, we talked about him. He's
did.
actually really good for the Jags. 24 touchdowns, 3 picks. Awesome.
Nice season. Purdy was still good for the Colts. Honestly, it's weird. Stroud wasn't horrible, but they sucked as a team. Caleb Williams, dude, what a fucking bust. Holy.
Yeah, he fell off, man. That's rough. We gotta.
Dude, Bo Nix, what a weird year for him. He played all 17 games, 19 touchdowns, 1 pick, 3,000 yards.
The Seahawks started a rookie quarterback, Shaquille Overstreet.
They literally had a fucking rookie last year. What are we doing?
He only played 14 games. Maybe did he step in for injury? Did the Seahawks?
Fucking who knows, man. Also, Brent Green for the Chargers didn't even play. He didn't even start. He played a little bit.
Who
Fun
was the
fact.
Chargers starting quarterback?
I couldn't tell. It was probably Herbert
Or
still.
is Herbert still
Yeah, it's
kicking?
still
His
Herbert. He's not
oh,
terrible, but I'm just shocked, honestly. Yeah, what an interesting year. Falcons quarterback room is all fucked up, I think. There's some injuries there. I don't even know, man. Anthony Richardson had a horrible year, kind of like he, not a ton of picks, but like didn't really do a ton. Missed 3 games. Um,
Dirt had a kind of a Parker Hunter esque season.
yeah,
Same touchdown
nothing,
reception ratio.
nothing terrible. Honestly, the rookie for the Chiefs wasn't. He missed 4 games. He wasn't bad, but 2,400 yards, 20 touchdowns, 7 picks. That's probably why they did miss the playoffs, is because he did get hurt. But what an odd year.
A very odd week, a very odd year. Also, wait, one more shout. Actually, two more. The JJ McCarthy for the Vikings actually had a solid season, 24-4.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then Jay
Jalen
McQueen, 24, not too bad.
Jalen Hurts isn't the starting quarterback anymore. He's a 76 overall. Remember when he was like a 92 when they signed him? He's not the starter.
Yeah,
Who is the Raiders'
yeah.
starter? I
Wait,
actually don't even know. He played 1 game, maybe.
Raiders.
Oh, Gabe
Gabe
Pearman.
Pearman, he's here.
Oh, he's still
17
not good.
9 picks, but they made the playoffs, didn't
They did somehow. It's because of Genty, who we'll talk about. Honestly, his year wasn't even that crazy. I mean, he had a nice year.
Yeah.
Looking at
Oh, yeah.
running game, it's very just like consistent. Like everyone kind of ran for about the same at the top here. I don't know who RJ Gerard is, but he had a nice year. Little breakout there for the Pats running back. Scadaboo. Um,
Still having solid production.
yeah, not bad at all. Trey
Trey
Benson's a
Benson.
Raven. Oh, I hate
Ooh,
that as a Steelers fan in real life, but I mean, good for them. Yeah, I mean, a lot of just solid production from the running backs this year. Nothing like super wildly out of this world, but you know,
yeah. Pretty middling running back season, I'd say.
yeah. Elliott Farr with the most touchdowns on the season. That man gives me
Super
fucking
Bowl champion.
PTSD. Lad McConkey and Jameer Gibbs with 4 fumbles apiece. Emmett Dunn with the most broken tackles at 56. It seems like there's a lot of injuries this year. I'm seeing like a lot of the guys at the top here missing a handful of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so injury is definitely a problem. But look who's leading the league in receiving yards.
Wow. For once, it's not. I do see McDougal. We're gonna see what team he is on in a second. But
I just
John
looked,
Coyle.
but yeah,
Oh, well, there you go. He's a commander.
he is a
God
command
damn.
in
Okay.
division. He had a great
In
year.
division. That's a fun one. John Coyle leading receiving is surprising. I definitely thought it'd be a Bengal, but
Yeah, I guess he
oh,
spread it out pretty
John
well.
Coyle. Jose Ridgeway, talked about him in the Super Bowl. Very good player there as well. I mean, nice year. Steelers, Khalil Shakir, 16 touchdowns, 1,300 yards.
He's been
He
good
still
for
has
them.
got it. He still got it. Definitely. Shantavius Welbin had a nice year for the Rams. Keon Coleman actually had a nice year with the
yeah, fucking right.
their guy there. Yeah. Tedero McMillan,
Always Cliff Coleman.
Coleman having very nice year. I don't know. He's here. He's here to stay, I guess.
Bo Moorhead, me too, man.
Um,
That's what I need.
one more head.
Yeah, the Bengals
uh,
must have spread it out well because Jamar Chase is just not that high up in the yards like we thought he'd be.
yeah.
Still a good year,
As
but
a
like Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison. I mean, where are the other? You got Pinkins, is the 1,000-yard receiver for the Bengals. I kind of just want to look at the Bengals real quick and see. Yeah, so they had two 1,000-yard receivers. They had a 750-yard receiver, a 666-yard Dylan Thomas. Rodney Whiteside's been around, still 610 yards. They've just kind of spread the ball out pretty well, honestly. Which is different from Burrow, because Burrow would just target like 2 guys only and give them like 2,000 yards each. Marquise Brown specifically. But
I don't know.
Malik Neighbors led the league in catches, by the way, and Tristan McDougal led in touchdowns.
Yep, rightfully so. He's a beast, man.
Yeah. Most sacks given up, Ike Ekwonu at left tackle, 27 in 16 games is brutal.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god. Is he
bad.
like he's ancient at the yeah, he's old. He's
He's
fucking washed, bro.
77 overall, playing down one with morale. Yeah, he's not good anymore.
Yikes.
Barrett Carter goes to the Ravens. 180 tackles. That's a lot. Um, Bryce Malone, what a year from him. He also could get Defensive Player of the Year, maybe, with 19 TFLs and 17 sacks. The rookie Derek
I
Gardner for the Raiders. What a year for him.
nice.
19
Yeah, yeah,
TFLs,
yeah.
13 and a half sacks. Walter Nolan on the Chargers had a good year. 19 TFLs, 11 sacks. Good for him. Reed Hastings showing back up. I feel like we haven't seen him a ton.
Yeah, he had this first insane breakout year and then
Kind of just quiet, yeah. Oladejo, dude, 21 and a half sacks. Get out of here. This guy might be one of the best edge rushers in NFL history at this point. he's
he's up there,
he's
man.
it's wild. He just continues to put up good seasons. I don't understand. Um, Sacks, obviously, Brett Charles leads. Jalen Walker with 20. A pretty high, yeah. Abdul Carter, down year for his standards, but still a good year. Um, but he's got some competition now for a Defensive Player of the Year.
He does.
It's a really good season for a lot of guys here. Very, very solid year. Interceptions leader, Devin Jones and Jerry Wilkins, two Mike linebackers, lead with 5. Very interesting. Not a lot of fumbles this year either. But I don't know. It seems very, very interesting season for sure. Still, um, Cody Simon was decent for the Panthers. It looks like. He also helped that team get to a pretty good spot.
And elevated their ceiling.
Yeah, Zeke Teague looks like he had a pretty alright year as well. Just looking at some of those guys that left. Um, oh, I completely forgot about Marcus Robinson. What happened with him? Where did he go again? He went to the Bucks, right? So yeah, he missed 6 games. He was good when he played, 831 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4.8 yards per carry. But yeah,
Rough.
injury's rough there. But yeah, a very odd year. I know we keep mentioning how odd of a year it is, but it's just still a very odd
I
year.
mean, it is an odd year. No, the players are kind of all over the place. The teams shake up has kind of been strange.
Yeah.
And actually, quickly, I want to see real quick how our game went, the
Oh
regular
yeah, yeah,
season.
yeah. Forgot about that.
Real-
Week 10.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh,
Yeah,
Giants.
so we took you down 24-17.
Cardinals tried to come back in the fourth quarter. They were down 24-3 in the fourth
Wow,
quarter.
and they almost stormed back. Skillen
It's
is the
just like the
comeback
Super Bowl.
king.
Well, not
He,
quite, because
he
clearly not enough, but
Yeah, and he threw 2 picks in this one as
rough.
well. Parker Hunter did get sacked 4 times, but actually had a pretty nice game.
He did,
Cameron
yeah.
Snow had a nice game as well, 77
Noah
yards.
Aldridge, still
Aldridge was kicking it out.
decent year.
Uh,
Decent.
yeah, it's
Malik
rough.
Neighbors cooked.
Yeah, no one actually really poor receiving from every
Cameron Snow got
player.
2 touchdowns.
2 receiving touchdowns, nice,
My backup tight end got 2 touchdowns.
awesome.
Uh,
That's sick.
let's see. Abdul
Okay,
Carter had 2 sacks, 1.5 for Brett Charles that game.
nice.
Interesting. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, fair enough. I mean, I feel like
good to see them.
that's an interesting matchup for sure. But I didn't even realize the Cardinals went on a 5-game losing streak for against the Chiefs week 9, all the way to week 14, and then they won 4 straight to make the playoffs. They beat the Bears, Rams, Niners, Seahawks, which is a huge stretch to win
Wow,
with 3 divisional rival matchups there. Beat the Niners
absolutely,
40-14, week 17. That's crazy, but I guess let's look at mock draft 3 before we look at the bracket. I guess.
sure.
So Texans projected to take a D tackle. I think they might go quarterback. I don't. Well, to be fair, I don't know how good the quarterbacks are truly, but I don't know. I mean, ton of great talent here. The Dolphins gonna go another edge rusher just so they can fucking shit down my throat next Super Bowl we play.
Yep.
Um,
Um, Yeah, actually, they did break their streak of not being the worst team or a Super Bowl
It's
contending
true.
team.
They are one of the worst. They're very close, but
Bottom 5 again, but you know what?
not
Pretty
quite.
close.
Not number one. So Picasso Norwood. What a fucking name for the Jets. Maybe that's awesome name. Picasso as a running back too. That's kind of fire.
That's sick.
How
That's
about
pretty sick.
Lane Man? I like that name.
Lame man, there you
Lane
freaking
Man.
go.
Uh, Cardinals projected to take a D tackle, which if Dylan Easley leaves, understandable. Uh,
Oh, we're projected to take Bob Youngblood, strong
oh,
safety.
finally going strong safety. And just based on his look, he absolutely is that same archetype. Yep, USC. It's always USC strong safety who is really slow, but has a tackle, hit power, pursuit, like all those ones. Yeah, he's definitely like an 80 plus. Um,
Yep.
that
Well, I can't wait
archetype's
for the
crazy.
next 2 mocks to be projected to be defensive linemen, and then
Yeah,
might
hey,
hope to
yeah,
impress.
it's got to happen. It's either that or edge, D tackle, edge. Who do you want? Which one would you rather have? That's the question.
Maybe. Oh no, or corner. Don't forget about the
Yeah,
corner
corner.
pick as
Yeah,
well.
you can only pick one of those three. So out of those three, which would you rather have?
Oh God, Jesus, I don't want to think about it. Maybe it. I don't know. Jesus, none of them, dude. Kill me. I wait.
Probably D tackle.
Let
Probably
me
corner. I guess I don't know.
No, corner. No,
D tackle,
I
edge.
hate
Can't
all of
be D
them.
tackle.
There's nothing good about any of these positions, man. There's too much talent, man.
Yeah, there is, but
I will have to look. I would have to look at the
yeah,
projection.
yeah,
Yeah,
but not really. It's not worth it either way. But let's go to the
yeah, yeah.
playoff bracket. I'll talk about the AFC side quickly here.
Go
Browns
ahead.
back at the 1 seed. I don't know if they actually did get there before, but they won a Super Bowl a couple years ago, so they're looking to get back up there and win their second. Um, they definitely could. AFC's a wild conference this year. You got a rematch of the Tuck Rule game, Pats versus
Oh,
Raiders.
yeah.
Uh, I don't know how the Patriots got second seed. To be honest, it was a very. I feel like Drake May didn't have an amazing year or anything, but we'll see. I don't know.
That's what happens when every team goes 10-7 in the AFC. Yeah.
That's very true. Colts Titans divisional rivalry matchup here.
There you go.
Purdy versus Ward could be interesting. Chargers Steelers taking each other on. We'll see if Herbert can finally will their way to a Super Bowl or not. Versus Damar Spellman and company. And how about the NFC? What does it look like over there?
NFC. So we have another division matchup here. Of course, the Bucks win the conference, which we talked about. The Buccaneers made some nice
Yeah,
moves. They're back to contending. They're back to competing finally. Lions Vikings in the wild card two seed 7 seed. That's certainly going to be a fun one. We saw the Lions quarterback finally kind of put the pieces together
yeah.
and make a run. And JJ McCarthy also had a solid season as well. Got the Vikings to the 7 seed. Then we will
This one's
see
interesting.
Giants and the Panthers. I think we saw this matchup. Wasn't it in the divisional? A couple.
I
It
don't.
was the divisional.
Was it the one where
Two
the
years back.
Panthers went to the Super Bowl?
Yes, I believe it was that year.
It's also
Um,
interesting because obviously the people wouldn't know, but that is your other team that we played with in the most recent franchise
yeah,
offline.
and so it's currently a very intertwined destiny. Who is the Panthers quarterback? It's still Bryce, yeah.
Bryce
I
is
think it's
still
still
Bryce
Bryce.
Young, who you
Yeah,
moved
so
off of in
Bryce
yours.
Young and Parker Hunter to face off, and then lastly, you get to take on your
I
good old buddies. I feel like another team you've been intertwined with,
play
the
so
Atlanta
many
Falcons.
times. We've played like
Yeah,
2 or 3 playoff games against each other, and Cardinals have had their number, but this is a different
true.
Cardinals team.
Uh, the Cardinals every year they've been in the playoffs, they have been very. I mean, they've been a Super. Have they made the Super Bowl every year they've been in the playoffs? No, no,
Not the
they
first
lost
one
in the
or
sim
the
year. Yeah, sim year 5. They lost against the Panthers when they went on to go and
yeah.
make
There's
the
that
Super
that
Bowl.
year, and then there's the yeah. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be
They're a
interesting.
threat.
Uh,
Yeah,
I will
it's gonna be fun, very fun.
I will say if we both win and then the Vikings win, we take each other on in the divisional. So that would be
That'd
fun.
be, that would be fun. We get to step in and see that one, but we'll see. Do you want to go ahead and sim?
Yes, I do, but it's gonna be scary. Let's see. Right now, I
Very.
will say the Falcons are a better overall team on paper.
I'm better than the Panthers, but I'm so scared of this line. I think the
Yeah.
line might be the reason we go home here. We'll see.
And who
Moment
advances
of
to the
truth.
divisional round? The Cardinals do not,
Oh, that's rough.
and the Giants do. The Falcons beats the Cardinals finally 21-13. Brutal. But
Giants. And okay. Do you want to start with the AFC or do you want me
yeah,
to talk about the
we'll
AFC?
talk about the AFC real quick. So
Got that.
Raiders with an upset over the. I mean, can you even really call it an upset? I don't know because every team was 10-7 other than the Browns. So tough to say.
Yep.
But very close one. They pretty much went score for score, other than the first quarter. That field goal in the first quarter for the Raiders was the key there. 23-20 win. Drake May was sacked 5 times, but threw a pick. Not a great game. Pierman wasn't necessarily great either, but Genti was great. Had an amazing 103-yard game. Broke 7 tackles. Dockery was also very good. Their backup, 8 for 38 and a touchdown for him. And the Raiders D line might be really good. They stopped R.J. Gerard, who had a good season this year. They could not run the football, and they pressured May a lot. Bernie Freeman tried his heart out for this Pats team, and so did Amon-Ra, but not a lot to show up for it. In the grand scheme of things, passing wise, not a lot for the Raiders. But defensively for the Raiders, yeah, they did their thing. Derek Gardner, rookie
What a
D
rookie
tackle
show out. Yeah.
sensation. He's been really good, and he puts up 2.5 sacks on Drake May. Definitely a big reason why they won, with a couple other guys getting involved, including Jazz McGee with a half sack. Shout out to Jazz. Um,
Nice.
Also, if you notice, a lot of young guys here. Obviously, Jazz McGee's more of a vet now, but Matt Nash and Dominic Matthews, both edge rushers, very young, still in the league, very short time, and rookie D tackle Derek Gardner as well. And then the pick from
Yeah.
Janae Barron and Christian Gonzalez. So yeah, I mean, I think again that we talked about it last playoffs. The trenches are the big reason why a lot of teams made it to where they did, and the Raiders absolutely dominated in the trenches. So that is definitely why they won. Another close one here, and technical upset, but debatable. Titans, Colts, 24-21 win for the Titans, and the Colts put up 21 points in the second quarter, and we're winning in the fourth quarter, 21-7 still. But the Titans, with the comeback of the century, putting up 17 in the fourth quarter to win. Wow. Rough game for Purdy, honestly. Didn't do really much at all. Sacked 4 times, but Cam Ward threw 2 picks, was sacked 4 times, but he did put up 236 yards and 2 touchdowns to win their way into the next round. And run games were interesting. Quan Amos had 2 touchdowns, but really wasn't efficient. Burbank was solid for the Titans. Purdy ran at 8 times. Ward ran at 9 times, which is odd. Emeka Egbuka's on the Colts. I forgot about that. Actually, Brent Burbank had a nice game in the air as well. 71
Yeah, he
yards and a
did. He got
touchdown.
involved.
Spencer Jackson had a nice game as well with a touchdown. Yeah, oh man, the O-line's really struggled in this one too. And JT Tuimoloau for the Colts had a good game. Robbie Murphy, Clyde Grant, of course, Oladejo, our favorite guy, 3 TFLs and a sack. Big reason why the Titans won. Picks for former Giants, Deontay Banks, and then LaMarcus Thomas, the rookie corner. Didn't matter. The picks didn't matter. Kyrie Harbor did get a forced fumble and a recovery. But, yeah, I mean, the Titans just willed their way, really. It was a tough matchup. I think just really Cam Ward had a better game. Their run game was better. But both O-lines had struggles against the defensive fronts of each team. So, yeah, it was a close one. Very close, evenly matched teams, clearly. And then another close one. We've seen a lot of, actually, every game was one
This
score,
AFC wild
except
card
for
was,
yours.
this was a heater of an AFC wild card.
Yeah. Chargers win in overtime against the Steelers, 34-28. Herbert was on fire. He looks like he's in his prime still. 334, 3 touchdowns, 77 completion percentage. Spellman also put up a good fight, 330 for 2 touchdowns. Was sacked 5 times. Decent completion percentage there too. Caleb Johnson had a nice day on the ground. Amarian Hampton did as well. Touchdowns for Manning and the backup Reese as well. Ladd McConkey had a hell of a game, 7 for 122, 2 touchdowns. Remember when he wanted a quarterback in the draft a couple years ago?
Remember
Said,
this.
fuck that. Herbert's the guy. Jaramillo had a nice game. So did LaMichael Campbell. a lot of passing production here. Shakir with 2 touchdowns, 81 yards. Marcus Givens had a nice game. Um, yeah, I mean, both quarterbacks looked really good today. Even with the pressure, which both quarterbacks got sacked plenty. Sal Hernandez specifically with 3 sacks on Herbert. All 3 of the Steelers
Yeah.
sacks were actually him. What a crazy game from him, but just wasn't enough. Michael
Now,
Williams,
Walter Nolan
Walter
going hit.
Nolan,
Yeah.
Jalen Petrie, Warren Carlisle, and other guys as well. But yeah, Chargers just were able to just outplay them defensively a little bit more, and Herbert got it done when they needed it most. So,
Yeah.
the veteran quarterback of Herbert over the still, not a young guy, but Spellman's definitely younger for sure. Hasn't been around as longer, but Herbert making this team move on, and very interesting matchups here: Browns, Raiders, and Chargers, Titans. How about the
That's
NFC?
that's a very fun little divisional card there.
Yeah.
Heading over to the NFC side, we start off with a very close game here. Minnesota over Detroit. They do end up winning on the road. It is certainly an interesting one. JJ McCarthy sacked 4 times in the winning efforts. Only threw a touchdown, and Darius Waddle outplayed him. I mean, 2 touchdowns, 2 more yards. I mean, it's pretty similar, but only sacked once. But the big difference maker here was Earl Prince, who had himself a very solid game here, five a carry for 80 yards. Gibbs just got outplayed. Dervarius Amos also had a nice game here, 8 for 32, chipping in with the run game. McCarthy also had a nice little run there. Sal Thomas for the Lions, 88 yards and a touchdown. Definitely the best receiver. Torrey Horton's a Viking, 59 yards for 5 catches. PJ Peters, 1 touchdown for 51 yards, 51 yards and a touchdown on 4 catches. Apologies. And yeah, Laporta had a touchdown as well. Over to look at the defense and see who were the biggest contributors. Chad Hitchcock with 1.5 sacks. Tim Harden with a sack. Tyleek Williams with a sack. Very good production there for the Detroit line. No interceptions. There were actually 2 forced fumbles. Taj Jenkins and Brian Branch, and it appears that Brian Branch recovered both of them. So what a game for that Detroit unit. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. Minnesota was able to battle back and very defensive game, and Minnesota takes the dub there. We'll head over to
Oh, I will say
Giants.
just quickly, I noticed the time of possession is a big reason why. Vikings 36 and a half minutes, Lions 23 and a half. So that run game definitely a big reason why they won that.
Good catch right there. Next we will take a look at Cardinals Giants, or sorry, Carolina
Ouch.
Giants. The Cardinals Giants. No,
You
no,
missed it.
I missed it. Panthers
Wow.
Giants.
500 yards
Um,
of offense for the Giants.
yeah, the Giants were just the offensive unit. They also dominated the possession battle. And let's just take a look. So Parker Hunter, what an incredible game! 3 touchdowns,
Oof.
334 yards, 2 sacks.
He's
He's on a
here.
mission, and he's here. He's
He's
fully
hunting.
developed. I feel like he's hunting, and he has hunted this Carolina Panther.
Absolutely.
Cameron Snow with an incredible game, 118.
Wow.
Actually, a great running back performance.
Wow,
Eric Neal, 10 a
Eric.
carry.
Holy. Well, he had 70-yard run. Definitely boosts that.
True, true, but
Outside of that
awesome
was
game.
not great.
Yeah. Yeah, but Cameron Snow had a great game.
Yeah.
24 carries, 4.9 a carry.
That O-line
He was
looks
very
like they're fine.
the O line, at least running wise, looks
And
completely perfectly
only
fine.
sacked twice too. I mean, yeah, not a bad performance from them.
Not bad at all.
Oh my goodness.
Marshall Malone also got involved. Yeah, rushing wise though, not terribly crazy. Receiving wise, John Coyle. I mean, he's here. He's here. He's wide receiver 1, I think, at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
144, 3 touchdowns. He is a big reason why the Giants are moving on today. Ted McMillan had a solid game. So did Malik Neighbors. The rookie Eduardo Alonso got involved as well. A few other people being recipients of Parker Hunter's great time here. And defensive wise, Scorton did get a sack on Hunter, and there was also another sack. Tyson Bass and Cody Simon,
Oh,
Panther, getting involved on that. Bill Carter also sacked Bryce Young, no interceptions. I do think there was a fumble. Yeah. Sandstrom punched the fumble out and recovered it. He did not recover 2 fumbles. This makes no sense.
unlikely, yeah. Unlikely.
Um, But yeah, honestly, I mean, very good game. I mean, just Parker Hunter just outplayed Bryce Young. I think that's really what happened here. 140 yards is just not going to cut it. And their Panthers defense was able to kind of keep things in check, but yeah, the Giants put up 14 points in the second, and just were able to hold that lead all the way through. So New York's great offensive performance, led by Cameron Snow and Parker Hunter, will get them to the divisional. And who will they be facing? Well, unfortunately, Arizona could not get it done. Atlanta takes them down, kind of outplayed them on offense here. Possession battles pretty much even. Yeah, Penix just outplayed Skillen. This isn't what you want to see. 305 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks. Penix is on a heater. Skillen, yeah, 144 yards and only a touchdown, sacked 5 times, 62 completion percentage. Not what you expected to see out of Skillen. Um, Bijan Robinson.
Who the fuck is Jason Polk? This run game, man.
So yeah,
Everyone's
Jason Polk,
hurt.
I believe, was your fourth running back four, I believe.
Yeah, no fucking wonder.
And yeah, Bijan Robinson. Yeah, no, I think if you had your superstar running back healthy, you
He's here.
probably
He played. He had 4
did he?
carries. He,
Oh,
I don't know what's going on with him. He's still probably fatigued and injured. He's still making a factor,
guess
but
so. Yeah,
he's just
Bijan did not have a great game, but it didn't matter. Skillen was
yeah.
the most efficient runner today for any team. Actually, well, I guess aside from of course Arian Brown and Donovan Booker. But they only got a carry. Receiving wise, Glenn Barnett had a very nice game. London with 2 touchdowns. Ramos is here, but ultimately just, I mean, Skillen wasn't able to do too much today. Kyle Pitts also here getting involved defensively.
Jesus Paris Johnson, man.
Yeah, James Pierce and Jalen Walker feasted on Skillen today. The rookie Ben Quinones getting involved as well. Cardinals put up a solid defensive effort, but I mean, they were honestly, I mean, they were definitely not the reason they lost this game,
Yeah, I mean 21 points is it's beatable.
for sure. And then I think, especially with their middling run game, I do think Penix had a nice game, but
Yeah,
aside from that, you just kind of got to win
yeah.
those.
And
No
once again,
interceptions.
it's a sad trend here. The Cardinals just can't seem to be. They're a second half team, but just not quite able to put it all together in time. Because they did that to the Giants, they did that to the Falcons here, and obviously last year in the Super Bowl to the Dolphins. They just come back too late.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely seems like it's becoming a bit of a trend. But
Yeah,
speaking of trends, the New York Giants are in the divisional round. They did win a playoff game, but how far is this going to go? I don't know. Jalen Walker and James Pierce feasted on Skillen, so it's
that's
going to take
scary.
one hell of a defensive effort. I think the defense can get stops, but will the Giants finally make a playoff run? The Cardinals are not in the picture anymore. Their
That's
demons
true.
aren't here. The Falcons are no team to mess around with, but we'll see. So NFC divisional is going to be Buccaneers taking on the 7th seed Vikings and the New York Giants taking on the Falcons at home. What do you think?
Um, you want my predictions?
Well, what do you think of overall of wild card and
Well,
predictions? Sure.
very good wild card round. Obviously, wish the Cardinals would have won so that we would have played this game, but
Yeah.
it's tragic. It's okay though. I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I don't really know what to expect from the Browns, honestly, as the 1 seed. I know they were 12-5, but like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't really believe in Gabe Pearman though. Unfortunately, he hasn't really shown out yet. I think the Raiders are probably gonna lose. I think we'll see Browns, and then this is an interesting one. I don't know. The Titans were crazy on a tear last year in the playoffs. Beat their rivals here in the Colts. I think I don't know. The Chargers. I don't know. It's tough because the Titans have really good pass rush, but the Chargers have built their lineup. I think the Chargers with the quarterback play might win. We'll see a Chargers Browns AFC Championship, and then and the NFC side, I think the Bucks are just going to be too good for the Vikings. So I think the Bucks are going to end up taking on. This is another tough one because I feel like the Falcons' pass rush is so deadly that could be rough. But I know the Giants' offense looked pretty good, and their defense is pretty good too. But I think I'm leaning towards the Falcons' pass rush slightly. So we might see a
Sure.
divisional matchup: Falcons Bucks in the NFC
I
Championship.
think it's fair. I think that could definitely be in play. I think Giants Falcons is close,
It's
but
very close. Yeah.
I think the Falcons. It's gonna be it's tough. It's really tough. I'm gonna bet on my New York Giants. But I'm not gonna bet
Have to.
against them.
You
I'm
have
gonna
to.
say I do think the Bucks are gonna make it. I think it'll be a Bucks Giants rematch, and we can draw a parallel here as well. The first when we played in the first year, our first year playing,
Yeah.
we played the Bucks in the divisional and lost by a point. So that
Yeah.
could be a fun little rematch there. Of course, way down the line, different situation and everything, but still fun parallel. So on the AFC side, I actually am going to go with a little sneaky Raiders upset. I think the
Mm.
Raiders are going to upset the Browns. I love the Browns. I think the Browns could definitely just smack them, but I'm just feeling the Raiders. I don't know why. And I do agree with the Chargers pick. I do think the Chargers will get to the AFC Championship game over the Titans. I think Titans could definitely have a chance to win this one, but I just like Justin Herbert and of course the Chargers getting Walter Nolan. I think is a huge piece.
That is
Um,
true.
and so yeah, I think we'll see that in the championship. But
All right. Let's
I
see. We're
guess
right. We're
see
wrong.
what happens. I really hope I'm right on my pick.
Yeah. I
Falcons
wouldn't
do
mad.
look
I wouldn't
really
be mad.
good. Falcons look really good. And no, we did it! Oh,
It's a close
yes.
one. We were both
Okay.
wrong. Uh,
Oh,
in total things. Let's start with the AFC side. A really close divisional round. This is a great divisional weekend here. Browns upset the Brown or sorry, the Browns are upset by the Raiders. Uh and the Raiders win by 3, 24-21. Gabe Pearman shut down my statement of not believing in him, and he had a solid game. 2 touchdowns, 201 yards, 67 completion percentage. Cole Marshall was not good. Um,
it's Gabe Pearman redemption story.
it might be. It might be sooner than we thought it was going to happen. And Quinshon Judkins had a great game for the Browns, but it didn't matter. Genty had a great game too. Receiving wise, Jack Besh had a back out a little bit. A big touchdown for Judkins. Bowers was involved with a touchdown. Another touchdown to Genty as well. Um, Tyke Smith is here with 3 TFLs and a half sack for the Raiders. Jazz McGee had a sack. The Browns still got involved too on defense. There's just
Peter Weathersby at the center.
yeah, Peters Weathersby, but I think really you just look at the quarterback play, and then I mean it was close in time of possession, but the quarterback play was the big thing because the run game was similar production. Judkins and Genty both had great games. It really was just Pearman played better than Marshall, and that's
Yeah,
really
Marshall
all it comes down
52
to.
completion percentage. Just not great.
Yeah. Yeah, not ideal, but Raiders upset, and they're looking for their Super Bowl. But they're gonna have to take it on the Titans, who also are looking for their Super Bowl, taking down the Chargers in an overtime thriller. Had 3 drives in that overtime. Wow.
Another overtime game for the Chargers in the playoffs, but this time they're not on the winning
Yeah,
side of it.
yeah, that's brutal. And Herbert sacked 7 times, but he was fighting through it. 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, but
Wow. I'm
Titans did
surprised this
pass
game was
rush,
as
man.
close as it was. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Titans did throw 2 picks.
jeez. Yeah, Cam Ward, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 2 picks for Ward, sacked 3 times. Neither quarterback was like perfect on the day, but they were slinging it. They were slinging the rock here. Burbank had a nice game. So did Winters. And the Chargers couldn't run the football. Hampton had 10 for 10 and a touchdown.
Jesus, yeah, this
Yeah.
is reminiscent of that Cardinals Giants game where a team
Yes.
that could actually run the damn football one.
But it's close still, which is
It
crazy.
was.
Well,
It
Michael
was.
Campbell had a nice day. Mason Taylor, free agent pickup for the Titans, 3 touchdown day, 82 yards. Easton Matthews had a nice game. Spencer Jackson and Lad
Two
McConkey
tight
were
ends leading receiving. Interesting. Yeah, Jalen
that's
Thomas.
rare. Two tight,
Interesting.
especially for the Titans. Jalen Thomas also a free agent pickup. They brought both the best, highest rated tight ends ever in free agency, by the way.
Really
So
interesting.
interesting strategy, and it's working. The 2 tight end set, I guess. But Ramon Canada gave up 4 sacks for the Chargers at left tackle. Brutal. Matt Ward had 18 tackles. Mitchell had a ton of sacks in this one. Of course, Oladejo, who's like one of the most consistent guys in the league, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks. Bradshaw had 2 sacks. Mitchell Adams, 3 TFLs, 1.5 sacks. Micah Williams tried with 1.5. Robbie Murphy with a sack. Half sacks for a bunch of guys, Walter Nolan included. Um, 2 picks from Roberts and Newhouse, but it was very close still, which is surprising considering the Chargers couldn't run the football and Herbert got sacked 7 times. Plus, Titans had 45 minutes of
Mm.
possession time almost 46 to the Chargers 30 minutes with the
Yeah,
overtime
that's rough.
included, which, I mean, to be that close, I mean, Herbert was fighting his heart out, um, trying to carry this offense with the just no run game, but the Titans just had a much better balanced attack offensively, and their defense obviously got to Herbert plenty. So, yeah, they're dangerous, I think. They're going to be dangerous against Gabe Pearman. I could see Titans making the Super Bowl this year. I think that's my pick. Before, I know we didn't talk about your game yet, but in the NFC games, but I think Titans are going to beat the Raiders. That's my prediction for the AFC side.
Okay. There you go. That's very fun. So NFC wise, I'll start with the Buccaneers and the Vikings. It was actually pretty close. Vikings were no schlubs. They definitely proved that they are competitive, but ultimately Tampa Bay just too talented, too strong. And oh my goodness. Okay, so first of all, Buccaneers did have the nod in possession, time of possession, and quarterback plays pretty similar. Of course, McCarthy had the extra touchdown, but aside from that, pretty similar. Here's the big difference: Marcus
Wow.
Robinson
Oh
and
my
Tampa
goodness.
Bay having a absolute monster game, 126 and a touchdown. He's looking to make another Super Bowl. Um, and oh my goodness, yeah. Bucky Irving also 11. I mean, terrible clip, but he gets involved
Minnesota could
for a
not run.
touchdown. Minnesota
Wow.
could not run. Earl Prince had nothing to do with it. Well, it isn't like nothing. Yeah, he had everything to do with it, but he sucked. He stinks. He was poop.
He
That's
was
my point.
not great. Yeah.
Jordan Addison for the Buccaneers, leading receiver. Torrey Horton, again, a valiant effort, actually. Torrey Horton, 81 and a touchdown, but Gunnar Helm as well came in here, had a solid game. Just
Dude, the
couldn't get it done. Michael Wilson.
Tampa Bay Cardinals. Like
Wow.
they've signed so many
That's it.
Cardinals.
It's working for them.
It is.
They know how to win games.
They do.
Uh, yeah, 48. Yeah, no, solid production there. Defensively, we'll take a look at really quick. Actually, not much going on defensively. Not many sacks to go around. Taylor Gaither
Zeke
and
Teague.
Matthew Langford. Zeke Teague is in here as well. But wait, oh my God, these are literally just the
Yes.
Tampa Bay
Dude,
Cardinals.
I'm
Jesus
telling you,
Christ,
your Giants are going to be struggling next week because they're
dude,
going to look at
this is.
they're going to look across the field and see a bunch of Cardinals players and they're like,
But
"Uh-oh."
they aren't wearing those Cardinals. They are also red.
They're
Oh
still
man,
red.
they
They're still red. I don't
gotta you
know.
gotta realize that they're not Cardinals. Oh, but Eric Shelby with a force fumble ultimately didn't matter.
There was two
The
safeties in this game.
Buccaneers. Oh, I didn't realize that.
It's crazy. I saw the
I,
one because it was only two in the one quarter, but there's I guess that 8 points was not a 2 point conversion. That was two field goals and a touch and a safety in the fourth quarter. I guess
you go. There you go.
that's
Okay,
crazy.
well, yeah. So, whatever sacks did happen were pretty impactful.
Very much so.
Um, and lastly, a very fun game, 27-24. The New York
Wow.
Giants overcome this offense is humming. Parker Hunter is absolutely dogging out. Let me take a look at some of the stuff. So yeah, possession's pretty close. Giants have the nod, but yeah, no, Parker Hunter, man, he's here. 3 touchdowns, another 281 yards, no picks. Um, Penix also had a pretty nice game, 217, 3 touchdowns, but he's sacked one additional time. Slightly less efficient as a passer. Rushing wise, Cameron Snow had a solid game. Wasn't amazing, but solid. 4.8 to carry is pretty nice. Bijan Robinson had a solid game, nothing too crazy. Parker Hunter gets involved in the run game. Um, John Coyle again, dude. What an awesome run here. 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors came in with a touchdown and 72 yards. Falcons were fighting. Donovan Booker and Glenn Barnett, solid games. Eduardo Alonso had a solid game. Widener got involved. Um, awesome game for the Giants offense. And defensively, Abdul Carter gets in the backfield twice. Derek Shields got in the backfield as well for the Giants. Fernando Castillo and Pierce did get sacked, the quarterback, but the D-line maybe wasn't as impactful as I think we both thought
Yeah,
for the Falcons. I
I
think
think
this Giants O-line's kind of playing solid.
yeah. Surprisingly, they've definitely overplayed what we thought they were.
Maybe, yeah, no, maybe Randy Peake knew what he was doing with,
Yeah,
not drafting O-line.
yeah.
Maybe he
Bringing
knew he's like,
a D tackle for motivation. He knew he's such a good locker room guy. That Peralta D tackle.
yeah, he's just drafting cheerleaders. So
Yeah, he wanted to
27-24.
see him in a thong. That's why.
Yeah, so I was right on all of these except for the Titans
Yeah,
upset there in overtime.
yeah. I don't know. I
Um,
mean, what do you? I like I said, I think Titans. I it's tough because the Bucks do look really good too, but the Giants have been pretty consistently on fire. I Oh,
Well, the Giants have scored 27 points exactly the last 2 games. They
just
might do the 27
just
sweep.
just to make it interesting, I am gonna say the Bucks.
Oh,
So
okay.
Bucks Titans Super Bowl is what I'm thinking. A little rematch of the top two 2015 first round pick havers with the Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota
There
back
you
to
go.
back. What do you think,
Um,
Mr. Peak?
well, I think on the AFC side, I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sold. I'm sold on this Raiders run. I said it in the divisional. I'm going to stick with my gut. I think the Raiders are going on an insanity run. They're going to win this game by 3 like they did the last 2 games. And, Titans are going to make it good, but I think the Raiders are taking it. NFC, the Buccaneers are really good. You have a bunch of Cardinals players. You know what, Cameron? I think the New York Giants are going to the Super Bowl. I think the New York Giants are going to the Super Bowl. Finally, they deserve it. 2032 is their year. Parker Hunter is here. Everything is coming together. We're gonna beat some former Cardinals. We're gonna get past our Buccaneer demons, and we are going to the Super Bowl to take on Las
All right.
Vegas.
Well, let's see if that's
Send
true.
it. I'm praying,
Going to
please,
the Pro Bowl. Who's going to the Super Bowl though?
please.
The Titans and the Bucks. Oh, no, sorry, the Raiders and the Bucks. Wow, that's So I was right.
You're right on one of them. Yeah,
No, I was right
I
on
got the
both.
other one though.
Oh no, I was
No,
wrong.
no, you said you
Oh,
said the Titans were going.
Raiders. Wow, actually,
Ah,
so Raiders overtime, another overtime game here. Raiders win 23-16, a close one. Pierman, like I don't know, not really outplayed, but I don't know. Ward wasn't like amazing, but he was more efficient. Just didn't throw a touchdown. Sacked 3 times. The run game was kind of the big thing. The Titans have had a good run game, but not today. Not a very efficient run game. But the Raiders ran it really well. Gentry and Dockery. Uh, Beck somehow got a rushing touchdown. A bunch of receivers with 80 yards today only on the dot. McDowell, Bowers, and Simmons with the touchdown as well. Telfer at 75. Um, in the obviously the sacks played a huge role here. And it looks like the Raiders' run defense, yeah, definitely was the big thing here. Ton of TFLs for Nash, Tyke Smith, and Jazz McGee. Dominique Matthews with 2 sacks, and Costello and Gardner with a half sack each. 1 sack for the Titans. Again, it's like the pass rushers that we think are going to be really dominant just kind of like don't show up randomly. Um, in this game, that was the case. We also had a block for the Titans, just wasn't sadly enough. Um, but yeah, overtime win, and it's pretty close in terms of time of possession, but the Raiders get the job done. Gabe Pierman goes to Super Bowl, and Gabe Pierman was a Saint. I was gonna say, was he a Buccaneer? No, he was not, but played in the same division, so has some history. But let's talk to you. Let's talk about this one. This is obviously a
ah,
rough one for you to see here.
Jeez. Yeah. So, I mean, where did we start? Buccaneers dominated time possession game, 39 to 20 minutes. Dane McQueen, solid, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and Parker was only sacked once. This O line was not the issue this playoff run. Um, yeah, and Parker Hunter threw a pick this game. He just didn't do much. This was not much passing production either of these teams. Marcus Robinson, here he comes.
That
Three
the
touchdowns,
the
95
demons,
yards.
the demons are too
Here,
much.
here to put this team to sleep. Cameron Snow with an awesome game. Well, he only had a long of 70 yards. Aside from that, actually
Yeah,
wasn't too much,
and
and
he
he fumbled.
fumbled. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, this Buccaneers team. Bucky Irving got involved, had a solid game as well. Just yeah, the Bucks were just clicking on all cylinders on offense, run game and pass game. John Coyle again had a nice game. Not the same production, of course, with the quarterback play kind of falling, but I think this was just very very coverage heavy, and of course throwing the pick not great for the New York Giants, and then the Bucks just had a bunch of receivers getting involved as well. Very efficient game there. Damone Kinley had himself a nice game, 1.5 sack, 2 TFLs. Davion Allen, defensive tackle out of North Carolina with a sack, and that
Hey,
Giant
look who got a sack.
Neil Knighton actually gets a sack,
It is
which is
contract year.
his contract year.
Unless they got his
Very
first round
awesome.
pickup. I mean, did they pick up his first round his first year? I don't
I
know. We'll
I
see.
don't know, but Nate Sheets the free safety.
You were like, man, I really like this pickup. You said it
I
in free
like this
agency.
pickup, and
He showed,
oh
yeah, you
boy,
you like it, all right. I'm a
I
fuck you.
like it. I like all these Cardinals players on the Bucks beating the New
Yeah.
York Giants in the
DT
championship game.
forced the fumble on Favre.
Oh my God!
And
Why?
all the demons, the
All
Bucks,
the
the
demons are here.
Cardinals players, all it's too
Giants
much for the
are
Giants.
always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And
The Bucks
the
even missed the field
Buccaneers.
goal from your former kicker, Jake Bates. Oh my goodness. What is going on? The
Wow.
Buccaneers really played mind games here. They showed you the missed field goal. They're like, here, watch this. This looks familiar to you. Miss a field goal.
uh,
A 40 up to a 49 yarder. And wow. Yeah, that's rough. But the mind games for the Buccaneers were playing 4D chess.
they
Yeah,
played 4D chess and it worked. And Randy Peake was just seizing up on the field. He was
this,
like, I need my like 8 defensive lineman drafted to
yeah,
come fuck me
yeah,
right now because
yeah.
I'm losing it.
But this is an interesting matchup, though. This is a rematch of Super Bowl from what 2002, right, or 2000? Which one was this?
That sounds right. I think 2002, the O2 Bucks. Yeah, I believe so. 1 seed versus the 7 seed. That's a
Very,
fun little
very interesting.
matchup
Um,
there.
yeah, Super Bowl 37 rematch. Obviously, the Bucks dominated defensively there. That was one of the best defenses in recent memory, with some really great names like Derek Thomas was there, right, and Warren Sapp among other guys. Um, the Ron Gruden, no Ron
Yeah,
Gruden, John Gruden, Ron. Who the fuck's Ron Gruden? John Gruden Bowl here. Let's look at the Pro Bowlers. We
maybe
should see some players
bit of a
here.
Devin White bowl. There you go.
Sure. Corey Burrow finally hitting the Pro Bowl. Good for him. Waddle, no Cardinals or Giants quarterbacks, sadly.
Yep.
Scadaboo's here, former Giants. Tristan McDougal's
McDougal.
here. John
Yep.
Coyle, there you go.
There we go. There we go. Shout.
He had a really good season. He's definitely the
Give
future
me one
there.
second. Keep going through the Pro Bowls.
All right. Trey McBride, tight end one. Nice to see him up there after a while. Paris Johnson, left tackle two. He had a rough year though. Tevin Lewis for me, the center, number one. Um, that's I think Bobby Wilkins is up here for the Giants, right tackle. You see Brett Charles obviously going to be here with his 25 sack season at left edge. No Abdul Carter in the Pro Bowl this year with Jalen Walker's 20 sack season. That's surprising, obviously, but there's not enough room, unfortunately. See any other names? Dante Frost is up here. That's good for him. And any other former Cardinal Cody Simon as the will linebacker, but we do have Quan Wiggins, the current will linebacker for the Cardinals, there as well. And otherwise, former Giants strong safety Talanoa Hufanga as the strong safety one there. And other than that, really didn't see anybody else. I don't know if there's anyone on the right side. I'll just go through real quick. Any former Giants or former Cardinals. But yeah, I mean, definitely yeah, still a decent year for both teams. Obviously not quite where they want to be, but obviously Giants made it to the NFC Championship game. So pretty good year, just once again fall short. And not a ton of Pro Bowlers in here for them. Cardinals, obviously, just not quite the team they used to be, sadly. But it'll be a very interesting matchup here. Bucks versus Raiders, led by Marcus Robinson, Cardinals legend. Ton of Cardinals on that Bucks team. It's insane. So we'll head to the Super Bowl here. We'll talk about yearly awards once Poo Poo Voodoo comes back. But I do see the leader in sacks is Brett Charles. We don't see anything else. With it though. Welcome
Okay,
back.
so I'm back real quick. Do you want to
Yes.
sim to next week and you can start going through the
We're here already.
oh, you're already here. Okay. Do you want to go through the Super Bowl rosters? I have to be back. Sorry, I have to go again, but I will be back.
Do you want to do yearly awards real quick?
Yeah, we can take a look real fast.
Okay.
Actually, well,
Well, do you want to?
uh,
Okay, we'll talk about the Super Bowl rosters while if you have to
sure,
leave
yeah,
again real quick.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
So we'll start with the Raiders here. Um, Raiders, Gabe Pearman, obviously the starter here. You know, he's solid. He's never really developed to be an incredible quarterback, but he's good enough to get the job done clearly, as he has here. Only his second season starting. He only started 1 year in New Orleans, and then was a backup 3 years straight, and somehow managed to will his way to a Super Bowl with this team. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from him because he's really not that great, but he's okay. Um, I honestly don't know how this Raiders team made the Super Bowl. I mean, Gentry's a big reason. This run game with him and Dockery, huge reason why. These two are a very nice duo. Gentry's one of the best backs in the league, so understandable in that regard. Um, they do have good receivers though. Dalvin Simmons is a really good receiver. Um, he's nice. Jack Besh has had a solid year. Keontae Hyde's pretty solid as well. Tight end, obviously Brock Bowers is incredible. But Aronde Gadsden's also here, solid number 2 tight end. Offensive line wise, Charles Grant's not incredible. Jake Rutherford's also a right. Jackson Powers Johnson's not bad at center. Andrew Castaneda is a pretty good right guard. And then at right tackle, Alan Sheldon's okay as well. So an interesting offense for the Raiders. Defensively, though, this is where they shined. Matthew Nash, 88 overall, playing up to a 90 X Factor run stuffer. Yeah, he's very good. On the other side, another X Factor, Dominique Matthews, in his second year, 90, playing up to a 90, 88 overall currently. Very good edge duo. And also in the interior is insanely good, too. Two guys playing up to 90. Jazz McGee, Derek Gardner, both superstar devs. Incredible D line. Sam linebacker, Emmett Randall's pretty solid for them. Another X Factor, Zach Costello. Very good linebacker at Mike for the Raiders. And then Trey Sanchez is also pretty solid at Will, 81 overall. And they do have Cooper DeJean still, X Factor for him as well. Very solid corner, along with Troy Byers and Jade Barron. Pretty good corner trio there. Philip
Welcome back.
Holiday is here, free safety. Very good. Welcome back, Voodoo. And then at strong safety, they remember that one safety that they drafted that was really like 88 overall immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, he's up to a 99 overall. Yeah,
That's
he's
damn.
very good. Yeah, so did you hear any of the? Also, Tyke Smith is playing. He must be playing linebacker, sub linebacker, because he's here.
Heard some
He's
of
in
it. I
uniform.
heard for DeJean and
You heard the back end.
yeah,
So pretty much, long story short, their offense is solid. Good running backs, obviously. Pretty good receiving weapons. Gabe Pearman's a question mark, and their offensive line is also a question mark. But their defense is really good across the board.
yeah,
Really good defensive line. Linebackers are very good too, and their corners and safeties are pretty good too. So Raiders defense is going to be the big reason why they have a chance in this game. But let's look at the Bucks as well. Now this Bucks team, very familiar in a lot of ways. They've made a lot of crazy moves the past couple years, including drafting and developing Dane McQueen, the quarterback here. He's been pretty decent for them.
yeah.
And
He's
he
definitely worked out.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
yeah, he's been the guy so far. And I mean, the running back group is very good too. I mean, obviously Marcus Robinson, I love him with most of my heart. Um, he's awesome. I hate that he's wearing number 35 though. That's gross. But love Marcus Robinson. Um, Bucky Irving, also love him. He's pretty good. And Nate Warner's a number 3 guy. Is pretty good for them. Um, receiver Jordan Addison, they signed 2 years ago in free agency. They also have a 99 speed receiver, Nate Haynes, who's pretty good. And then Michael Wilson's actually injured, so
Ooh.
with an ACL sprain, so we sadly won't see him. Would have loved to see him. He might honestly hang it up after this year, but he's an 83 overall still. So we'll see Josh Flaherty, probably, or Jimmy Horn, former Cardinal as well. They do have decent tight ends as well, Ben Acosta and superstar rookie Taylor Reyes. Ross Barden is is the left tackle for the Bucks,
There
former
you go.
Steeler. Um, They also have Larry Crowley, who, by the way, is playing up to a 90 overall right now. Superstar dev.
God damn it.
First,
Yeah, Buccaneers just.
rookie. Yeah,
Oh my
what an
God.
incredible pickup that was. Graham Barton's still here playing well. Right guard's not great. Landon Mann, 75 overall, not amazing, but Emory Jones is very good at right tackle. So Bucks offense looks very good. Receiver 3 and right guard are the biggest holes there. Defensively, though, Dennis Rowland, uh, very good edge rusher. And then they also have Nicholas Silas, who's the big signing in free agency as well defensively. Um, yeah, he's also incredible. So that's a really good duo there. On the interior, Devion Allen, X Factor, 88, playing up to a 91 overall D tackle. And then Rich Reiner is solid at D tackle as well. Pretty good defensive front. Two really great fronts going head to head here. Ricky Friedman, 87 overall Sam linebacker, is pretty good. Hunter Stringer's up to a 94, playing up to that with morale and stuff. Colt Foley, who they signed as well. Mike's very good, really good linebacker group, including Zeke Teague, who's a 95
Yeah.
right now, X Factor, and Jimmy McCall, who's an 86 backup right now. So their linebacker group
Crazy
is
linebacker group. Yeah.
super developed well. Corner, they have Jacob Parrish, Benjamin Morrison, Christian Benford, who was signed. Some solid depth guys down the board too. Really good corners. Nate Sheets, who's been really good at free safety, and then Matthias Nava, who I don't think we've really heard about or talked about.
Mhm.
Superstar strong safety, playing up to a 93 right now. And Jake Bates, obviously the kicker. But yeah, this Bucks team looks really good. I don't think they have
Yeah.
really many holes. Their biggest hole is right guard and maybe third receiver without Michael Wilson. But honestly, the Bucks are the better team on paper, which we kind of figured. They're the 1 seed for a
Yeah, I
reason.
definitely think, especially at least on offense. Defensively, it's closer for
I
sure.
mean, the two incredible defense. These are two. This is honestly going to be a very interesting defensive matchup because yes, these are two absolute elite units going head to head.
I agree. I think if the Raiders have any chance of winning this game, their defense needs to really be the tone setter, and
Absolutely.
yeah, they just cannot let the Buccaneers play as well as they have in these playoffs, putting up
Yeah.
over 30 each game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, no,
it should be a fun matchup though. I'm interested to see how these defenses play and how the quarterbacks handle. But let's go to the yearly awards, which this is gonna be I think Bengals might be back into something soon here because Will Samuels wins MVP in his rookie year.
yep.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Just Cincinnati Bengals. They're gonna do this, and then they're gonna miss the playoffs every year, or they're gonna be like a first
Yes.
round exit.
Yes, because they're gonna have to pay Will Samuels and then 4 receivers, and then everyone else is gonna suck on their team. Um, Corey Burrow actually here at 2. So I mean, he's had such an up and down career. So as much as I want to say like, yeah, this is good for him, he's gonna be this good for the next year, but like, he could easily go back to being not great next year because it's happened. He's the Miami Dolphins of quarterbacks right now. Um, it's odd. And then Bryce Young's here.
True.
D'Angelo Callaway at 4.
Wow.
He willed this Ravens team back to 8-9 after a 2-5 start. So I mean, fair enough. A bright future for both the Ravens and Bengals quarterbacks, of course. Going to be a fun matchup to see for years. Cole Marshall's up here somehow. Parker Hunter at 7.
There you go.
Do you see Tommy Slay finally getting the start over Trevor Lawrence, which we said last year should have been the case because he looked better. But no Skillen. Coach of the year goes to Brian Callahan, which fair enough. 12-5 for the Browns, sure. Randy Peake at 3.
Shout out to
No
Ben,
Tommy
Ben
Sweeney.
Johnson is the head coach of the Raiders. I forgot about
Oh
this.
yeah, there is that. And also we do see Todd Bowles with the Lions up here finally. We talked about that signing and we kind of liked it. It didn't work out the first year, but Waddle finally seems to understand what he needs to do, and they're starting to put up a good team here. Quickly looking through the
Definitely.
AFC awards, Khalil Shakir, Offensive Player of the Year over Samuels, so good for him. Oladejo with a Defensive Player of the Year, of course. Offensive Rookie of the Year, not really a shocker. Will Samuels
Yeah.
winning that one. Derek Gardner, not a shocker either. He was incredible for the Raiders, obviously helping them get to the Super Bowl. Best QB, Will Samuels. Best running back, Ashton Genty. Best receiver, Khalil Shakir. Best lineman, Quinn Miners. Uh, Best D lineman, Oladejo. Best linebacker, Connor Clinton for the Bills. Best DB, Maxwell Hairston for the Bills. And then
They
best,
the Bills
yeah,
defense is
they're starting to get
nice.
maybe some players in. And then best kicker, Andre Sporiogales there. And then at NFC, Offense Player of the Year, wasn't signed in free agency initially, left the Saints because they didn't want to pay him. Heads to the Commanders and puts up an Offense Player of the Year. Coyle at 2, though.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Coyle, man. He's great. He's
There
doing
you
really,
go.
really well.
And then actually a couple Saints and Rams up here, but no Cardinals up here, which, I mean, fair. Really wasn't anyone
Yeah, well, I
worth it.
think we know where a Cardinal will be.
Yeah, at the top of the NFC Defense Player of the Year, Brett Charles, 25 sack year, understandable. Um, Abdul Carter at 5, still getting representation there. Offense Rookie of the Year goes to Drew Hoskins. I don't know who he is, to be honest with you, but good for him. The 2 Cowboys up here this high. We'll see if they ever actually make a good team again. Eduardo Alonso, who did have a solid season for you, um, at 4.
That's cool. Yep.
No one else
Pretty.
there for us. Mark Esparza. I don't know what position he plays for them, but probably D tackle if I had to guess, just based on
Yep. Yep.
how it goes. Multiple Niners up there, and we see Zachary Minshew at 7.
Oh,
Interesting that and Tucker Andrews I was about to mention. Interesting he wasn't higher, but fair enough. He had some injuries I think, so he's number 10. So 2 linebackers for the Cardinals. Don't hate it. Best QB goes to Corey Burrell. Parker Hunter at
that's
3.
actually interesting. Yeah. Where's
I mean, honestly,
who
the
am I thinking
AFC
of?
had all the better years. I think. I mean, what Waddle? Are you thinking Waddle?
Yeah. No. Sorry, I was thinking of quarterback. I was like, why isn't the MVP when it? I was like, wait,
Yeah, the
he's
other side.
fucking
Yeah.
Tigers. Yeah,
But you do have Hunter at 3 there.
that's very nice.
Jackson Darts at 7. Skillen at 10. Best running back goes to Bijan. Seattle at 3, former Giant. And
There you go.
Cameron Snow at 8.
Let's get a shout. I like that. It's a
Marcus
nod.
Robinson, former Cardinal, at 9. And obviously no Cardinals running backs this year because holy shit. Uh, best receiver goes to Tristan McDougald and Coyle again, just below at 2.
Yep.
No one else really for any of us. Victor Portillo at lineman 1. And Giants had Wyatt Boston, who, yeah, he was the best guy for you. So
Yeah.
very
Yeah, it was like
fair.
the only competent interior offensive lineman we had.
Yeah, no Cardinals though, which I think that just kind of is partially because the run game was so bad, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Brett Charles, best D lineman. I do get Carter at 5, and that's it for those teams. Dude, oh my god, the Buccaneers. Hunter Stringer and Zeke Teague, former Cardinal, there at 1 and 2. Devin Jones with the 5 picks at 3 for the Cardinals. Quan Wiggins at 6 as well for the Cardinals. Former Cardinal Cody Simon. There's so many Cardinals, former
Ben
and
Coker
current.
as well.
Yeah, Ben Coker. Shout out to Co-Kids. DB, another Buck. Matthias Nava,
Yeah,
number 1. Talanoa Hufunga's also a commander. There you go. Former
there you go.
Giant. He did make a Pro Bowl. I don't know if you heard me going through that.
I did vaguely hear that. Yeah.
Um,
That is a Pro Bowler. It's
and
fine.
then that's it. Really, not our DBs are apparently shit from a butt. And they don't care about life. Cam Little's best
Yep.
kicker.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, interesting year as we've said 100 times, but it's true. I'm very quickly interested in looking at my lineup and seeing development traits. Oh my god. No, he's injured. I was gonna say, did Marvin Harrison retire? No, I think wait, is he hurt? Or is he actually gone? Because he's not showing up on the depth chart. No, he's on IR. Okay. I was gonna
Arnold
say.
is a superstar, so he's finally that's rightfully deserved. I think he's truly developing into that guy right behind Neighbors.
Yeah, definitely makes sense.
Ooh, Mike Widener is down to star.
It was about time. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was time.
Dylan
Yeah,
Easley regressed to superstar. Brett Charles went up to superstar. No, he was already super. How does he not get X Factor? He won D Lineman of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Sack
Kansas
Leader.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
I don't know. That's wild.
Whatever, I guess.
Mm,
Um,
well,
yeah, really not a ton for me on my side of things with that, but
yeah, no, nothing crazy for me either, aside from of course the coil upgrade. Okay.
now I have to switch some things around here. So
Do you not have an account on the Buccaneers? No,
uh
you switched it. You
no.
switched it.
So let me knock to set it up and everything. I'm gonna knock Blazeball out of the Niners. And then invite him back. I was kind of hoping one of our teams was going to make it, or the Niners, just for the sake of ease, but or the Jaguars, but that's okay.
Giants were close, but
Not
so,
not
so,
not quite able to.
uh,
The Bucks are too much. They built a super team just like they did with Brady.
just
It's
want
just a
one.
bunch of Cardinals.
It's literally just the Tampa Bay Cardinals and Jake Bates.
Yes,
Oh
very
man.
much so.
And they
Which
drafted the guard that I wanted. Oh
yeah,
my fuck. So bad, man. So bad.
yeah, very much so. All right, I'm gonna switch this around here. All right. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Voodoo?
There
Hello?
we go.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now. Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Um, but as I get to set up, what are your thoughts on this matchup here?
Oh man, I am. It's gonna be fun. I think it might be a little low scoring for sure. I think that Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay is definitely going to be a problem for the Vegas offense. I'm curious whether the Tampa Bay offense can overcome the Raiders defense. I think that might be the matchup to watch out for because if the Raiders play really good defense, that it'd be anyone's ball game really. Um, yeah, I think if Tampa just can keep employing Marcus Robinson like they have been, Dave McQueen keeps playing like he has been. Um, I just don't think the Raiders can keep up. I just don't think they can, especially against that Tampa defense. You have to get stops.
Yeah, very very true. I mean, I feel like this is the first time we've seen like two just absolutely elite defenses, like top of the league defenses going head to head versus like two offenses like they're not bad, but like they're definitely I don't know, quarterback wise, we've seen better, I think.
Definitely,
Not
definitely. This is definitely a
much saying
lower
about that,
end
but
QB year, but
yeah.
yeah,
Which
run a
makes
pretty good running back
yeah,
duel though.
yeah, it does make sense for like I feel like the Bucks and Raiders Super Bowl last time they played against each other was also not a good quarterback duel.
Yeah,
At least like to the level that you know of other teams we see. But I mean, I will say they're honestly as evenly matched as you could get in terms of overall. Both 90 overall, both 89 offense, both 93 defense. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, let's
yeah. I really thought the Raiders' offense was just like a lot worse, but maybe
I
I'm
I think
giving.
it's really just Gabe Pearman. I mean, I don't know the O line. It is weird because I feel like the Bucks do have a better team. Like looking at their overalls too, I feel like the Bucks have better everything. I mean, running back
Yeah,
maybe
but
not exactly, but
Raiders do have Dalvin Simmons. They have weapons. I might be underestimating that part of it.
a little bit. Yeah, it's tough. I think. I mean, the I will say the Bucks have a worse tight end by a good bunch because Bowers is much better. But
It's true. It's true. Hey, oh yeah, let me get on your stream real quick
alrighty.
before I forget. Or like once you started up.
Let me switch to my screen now that I have to do that. I just muted people because I was like hearing you twice again. So
Okay.
all
Here we
right,
friggin'
there
go.
we are. So let's hop into this one in Miami. Buccaneers Raiders going head to head. Super Bowl rematch from a long, long time ago. For this is what 20 years, 30 years from this Super Bowl happening technically.
Yeah, it's been in the making.
Yeah, it's certainly been in the making. I mean, Raiders have it's weird because they had a big push in free agency for a bunch of guys, but Jalen Hurts isn't the reason they're here. It's Gabe Brown. It's not Gabe Brown. Gabe Pearman. I was thinking Oscar Browning. Here he is.
Redemption. True
Yeah,
redemption for that quarterback. He finally gets a chance to start, of course, after the Mitch Wild debacle, then the the
yeah.
fucking Jackson Dart debacle.
That's a whole thing.
Um,
And I mean, this is gonna be an interesting matchup here. Obviously, the Bucks have been the big spenders in free agency and winners through the draft, and they've built a really incredible team. But the Raiders aren't shabby either. They're a very good team, very good squad.
Definitely sneaky underdogs.
Absolutely. But we'll see. Really, the big thing is the defenses. Really is is going to be a crazy matchup of which offense can put points on the board because that's going to be the matchup. Is the weaker offenses versus the elite defenses today. But who would you like to commentate? I could do the Bucks since they have all Cardinals pretty much, I guess.
Yeah, you definitely have all the Cardinals down. You go ahead and get that one.
But here is Dane McQueen, who has been a very good pickup for the Bucks through the draft. He's been very efficient, does not really throw many interceptions. He's not slinging the ball a ton, but he doesn't have to when he has great running backs like he does, including Marcus Robinson, who's in the backfield, running a little bit of a near formation. Here's a fullback dive. A little shout out to Mike Ulstott, I guess. Marky Ferguson with a 5-yard carry to start the game. And coming out with another heavy bunch here. I form. Really liking this look here for them. And here's a play action, launching it quickly to the fullback. Oh my goodness. That was scary. The linebacker absolutely just flipped him over. That was actually safety, number 30, Edmund. Oh, almost got a jump there. Motioning Bucky Irvin out. Is a four-man rush for pressure immediately. Dominic Matthews, the edge rusher, gets in. And he's dangerous.
Talked about early defense. Yeah, no, and that was a big play there. Dane McQueen just kind of, I mean, that honestly was his O-line's fault. He had not even a second to really diagnose it. And that's an unfortunate one to take there. And that's going to be a quick punt for Buccaneers. And the Raiders, that's exactly what they needed. They needed to just, again, establish this defense. And Pearman, he's a come out here. Like Coleman collected 17 touchdowns, 9 picks. Pretty bad season, honestly. Not a good season for him, but it doesn't matter. This defense propelled them to this point, and Ashton Genty, of course, who's an absolute dog. Pearman's going to have to play the best football of the season if they're going to want to win this Super Bowl. Motioning Brock Bowers. Pearman's going to look, throw. He's going to find his man. I believe that's Dalvin Simmons down the sideline. Going to break off a nice one there for 28. That is a very quick strike to kind of going to flip this momentum. First and 10 here at the 36. Going to fake this one to Genty. Play action. Pressure's coming, but Pearman's going to roll out and throw it to Brock Bowers. But that's an absolute physical play by that white boy. Who's that white boy? I don't even know who that was.
I don't know.
It looks like a corner. The secondary player?
No, but it might have been a linebacker. It's probably a linebacker. Hunter Stringer, probably.
Probably. Oh, man. Gabe Pearman is sacked. Pressure comes home. That's number 90 for Tampa Bay. I'm not
turn around. Turn around 90.
There, Rowlands? No, wait.
Nah.
Is that
Reiner? Rich Reiner.
Rich Reiner. I forget about him, but no, that was a great play there. I think it was a bit of a stunted rush there. I saw the edge kind of
did look like
fly around to the other side, but Reiner wins his matchup and Pearman goes down. That's a good way to. That sets them back quite a bit. They were looking like at least in field goal range, but now that big sack. 3rd and 18. If you're the Raiders, you just got to get something, Pearman.
Oh my goodness.
Pressure coming, blitz, jeepers, creepers. What do you do against that? That's
Hunter
just an absolute heater. Hunter Stringer on that heater of a blitz.
Yeah, what a call. What a call from the defense there.
Great call. Tampa's very similar to Arizona as well in terms of their defensive scheme. Very pressure heavy, 3-4 heavy. I mean, it's honestly was a match made in heaven with all the players they're able to get. Makes sense why they signed a lot of those talents because they're very used to the schemes that Arizona runs on offense and defense. So we'll
Absolutely.
see if they can get this drive going here. Good break there by their defense.
Yeah, and so far, as we expected, both defenses absolutely shutting down the offenses for the most part. Obviously, the Raiders had one big play, but other than that, not much. Here's a little play action, quick throw over the middle, big hit. Again, Edmond, the safety, I believe. The huge hit on the receiver. I think that was Addison, maybe? But here's a handoff. Marcus Robinson trying to find space, striding through, only gets a yard. Yeah, sets up a 3rd and 2. Bunch of guys on the line here. Could bring a blitz. We'll see if they do. Motioning out Bucky Irving. And it is going to be a little bit of a fake blitz. Here's a quick drag route. That's Jordan Addison. Takes another big hit. That Edmond, that must be the safety, even though he does not look white in his picture. He's a white boy, and he's hitting hard. He's looking to force a fumble. Yeah, look at, oh my goodness. Just laying big hits all over the place. I would say watch out for him forcing a fumble today. I mean, that's nasty. That is like old school Raiders football on display. And going into this formation again, they love this near formation. I believe it's the near formation, if I'm not wrong. But here's pressure a little bit, but he gets it out quickly. And that's, he was 87. I don't know, but it's a quick throw to 87. 2 tight ends set here on 2nd and 5. Raiders trying to get us some stops here, but Buccaneers play action pressure. He's going to get sacked. Oh, my goodness. It's Edmond on the safety blitz. He's everywhere.
Yeah, that white boy defense is all over the field.
Yeah.
Nash and company able to pressure.
Look at that. I mean, they had no chance. I mean, you had 90 Nash. He was pushing back the tight end, and he just McQueen had nowhere to go. He ran right into the tight end, and Edmond was chasing him from behind, so it's like had nowhere to go. 3rd and 16, 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Defense just firing on all cylinders. Here's a little bit of a stunt. There's a screen. Bucky Irving trying to get outside. Can't get more than 5 yards. And another punt. And these defenses are absolutely showing up here. And I know the Bucs had a little bit of more success on that drive too. But again, not able to get past midfield. These defenses just putting pressure on. And they're getting home to the quarterbacks.
Yeah, the offense has got to find a way to sustain drives. Those sacks and the pressure is just too much right now. So Gabe Pearman's going to come out here, and again, he just has to play a little better. He had them in plus territory maybe for field goal, but it just got sacked and everything kind of faded from that. Here's Pearman finding his man Bowers in the flat for 3. Yeah, you just got to kind of take what you can get here. If you're Pearman, just set the tone, slow it down. Like you can figure things out. Here's a handoff to Ashton Genty with an excellent run. Here we go. Gets his way up to the 35 for a gain of 16. It's a good little shot of adrenaline there for that Raiders offense, desperately in need. And I do think, again, Dane McQueen in that offense, they have the advantage just talent-wise. So Pearman's going to have to play well. And here's another sack, just a blitz brought in. That's 34. That's Nava. We talked about that safety position coming in with an excellent play.
There was an injury. Is this Pearman?
Is Gabe Pearman injured?
No, he's fine. He's okay. Not. That's good.
Maybe a little shaken up there after the hit, but ultimately he takes it on the chin. 2nd and 16, shotgun. He's sitting in the pocket, plenty of time to throw. He makes the read to Bowers. He's in bounds.
Thought that was in bounds. That looked like he stepped out.
Yeah. It did look like that was a bit of a suspect call there, but 3rd and 11 coming up to a double stack. And a screen pass, and
that stayed up in the air. That was scary.
That stayed up in the air. I was like, was that even maybe a fumble? But no, it was an incomplete pass. And 4th and 11, Rangers are going to punt this ball right back.
It's the punt bowl. I mean, yeah, this is exactly the type of game we expected. It's just defensive heavy. The real question is, I feel like it's going to be who offensively is going to make a mistake first. I think that's going to be the key. And here's going to be McQueen throwing out to Bucky Irving. They were like doing a little bit of a run. Oh, my God. Bucky Irving.
Oh, my goodness.
Getting up there in age, but with crazy jukes there. And that's an injury to a lineman for the Bucs. That's not good, considering this pass rush has been already all over McQueen.
That weakness at one of the interior spots, right?
That might be the rookie guard, actually. That might be the rookie guard. It is, because there's a white boy there now. So, yeah, that's the rookie guard, their star guard. Gain of 7 there. They get one more play before the quarter ends here. A little bit of a trickery, but Bucky with another handoff gets a loss of a yard on another injury, and it's another Buck lineman down. And it's not looking good. Emory Jones, their starting right tackle,
oh my God,
looks like a shoulder injury. That one looks brutal. He's really writhing in pain there.
You just cannot be taking these hits to the trenches with how well this Raiders defensive front's been playing. This
One
is
more
not good.
play before the quarter ends. McQueen pass pressured immediately. Edmonds. That's not Edmonds, actually. It's another white boy coming out of the
This
back.
white boy
Oh my
defense is
goodness.
insane.
They love their safety blitz, their corner blitzes. They're bringing pressure however they can, and these defenses are absolutely showing out and showing up today. I mean, incredible. Incredible defensive performance for both teams, and I feel like this is exactly what we expected. And honestly, this has been exciting. I know some people are big guys of like, oh, if they're not scoring a lot of points, it's not entertaining. But this is football. This is fun to watch for
This
me
is football.
right
This
now.
is old school defense. I feel like, and I'm
Yeah,
well, you know, I just think that
hard
yeah,
hitting
it's awesome,
football. Hard hitting football.
genuinely, and very creative blitz calls. Very
Absolutely.
good, like just very good play. And offenses aren't completely selling the game so far. Like they're playing very conservative. Pierman underneath going to take a gain of 4 to his man Keontae Hyde. And yeah, offenses aren't going to be. You know, they're not. They're taking sacks and stuff, but they're playing conservative. They're playing safe. They know the stakes. Made another shot here to
Oh,
Genty. And it's gonna be a little bit of action there, getting in the flat. And I think that's what both teams offensively want to do is they just want to keep working underneath, taking what they can get, letting their playmakers get some work after the catch. But players are also tackling pretty hard as well. Here's a shot to Jack Besh for a gain of 5, I believe. Shotgun here, 2nd and 5. Pierman's kind of starting to put a bit of a drive together, but we know how quickly that could end. Here's Gabe Pierman in the pocket. Pressure coming,
oh my
looking,
goodness.
rolling around. He's running. He takes off. Oh my
What a
goodness.
play.
Wow, that was an awesome play by Gabe Pierman. He finally he was moving and rolling around and it looked like the play was over. The play wasn't over, maybe a throwaway, but then he just took off and completely broke this
Yeah, look at
Buccaneers
this.
defense. Look at that, man.
Wow.
That is an incredible agility in play, and he, almost outruns it there. Could have gotten even more, but great tackle.
Yeah, and they're
Wow.
finally first team to get into field goal range.
Yeah, and that's off the back of a great Gabe Pierman run. Here's 1st and 10 at the 28. Gabe
Ooh.
Pierman, that's a little close there, but he's ultimately going to get this one up to the 27 after a gain of 1. Yeah, Hunter Stringer was all over that. I mean, it was luckily that was really even a catch.
Yeah, that was
Keontae
scary.
Hyde was sure-handed play there. 2nd and 9 coming up, single back. I would expect to run, but you never really know. This is going to be a single back pass, be a quick shot to Jack Besh for another gain of 4. You might see the first points of the day. Starting to drive, but see, 3rd and 5. Yay. Shotgun snap here to Pierman and pressure coming, and it's home.
Wow.
Nicholas Silas ends the drive for Las Vegas.
That was a creative blitz too. There's a little bit of a delayed corner blitz there, but
it was a nice little call. I liked it. And then Nicholas Silas comes home. Kick is up for the Raiders and good. So they have the first lead of the game. Porter's kick is up through the posts. Yeah, finally, just first points of the game.
Yeah, that's very meaningful too, because every point in these defensive battles are gonna just be so important, and especially flipping the field position back. Oh my goodness, Edmund.
He's the most hard hitting player I think we've seen in any of these.
Yeah, I think he gets his he's inspired by old school football. He watched like Jack Tatum with the Raiders back in the day. He looked up some clips, obviously before his time, but. Wow, yeah, I mean, this team, they love hitting hard and making big plays here. Here's a 2nd and 8. McQueen motioning out of the line, running backs. Bucky Irving out of the backfield. Oh, my goodness, another big hit, but first down. Bucks trying to get some points on the board here, too. Fullback in the backfield here. And McQueen going to hand this one off. Bucky Irving. We haven't seen Marcus Robinson. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Edmund. Laid another big hit, almost 10 yards. I wonder if Robinson's hurt because... Irving,
I think we saw him earlier in the game, but maybe he was hurt. Yeah, maybe he was hurt earlier.
Because, Irving's been pretty much taking all the running back carries here. Going to this near formation again. It's going to be a play action to the fullback. Got a little bit of time. Throwing a lob here. What a throw. What a catch.
Whoa!
He just got open versus 2 defenders. That's Haynes. That's the 99 speed receiver. Super speedster. No wonder he was open. That was a great ball. Look at that. Just perfect lob there.
It's a great ball. Some great blocks by that Buccaneers line. I know they've experienced some injury, and they held up.
Yeah. But now flipping field, we're at the 21, and Bucks looking to score potentially. 2 tight ends in the game. 2 receivers at the top of the screen. It's going to be a delayed handoff here to the backup. That's Barber, I believe, and that's a quick tackle by Matthews. Loss of 2. But a couple explosive plays here, and that's a big thing too, is the explosive plays can absolutely flip momentum here. And here's a 4-man rush pressure. Matthews getting in there. He just has to throw it away, and that's a very smart play for McQueen. I mean, that pressure from Matthews was almost immediate as we hit the 2-minute warning. And obviously Bucks just at the very least don't want to make a really negative play happen here. 3 receivers on top of the screen. Here's a penalty for the Raiders. A lot of time throwing it up in the end zone.
Yeah, might as
and
well.
It's caught for a touchdown.
What?
Very
wait. Oh, it is caught.
Yeah, Jordan Addison goes up for it one-on-one. Reminiscent of last year's Super Bowl where Vince Boone made a very similar play in the end zone, obviously on the losing side, but
yeah, Cooper DeJean got cooked there.
And offsides there obviously doesn't matter for DeJean. Got offsides and clearly was out of place, not ready on the play. And Jordan Addison.
Yeah, he was the penalty and the it's rough.
But what a play and a first touchdown, and now the Bucs all of a sudden have all the momentum, and I don't think we expected a touchdown, honestly, this quickly. I know we're almost in the end of the second here, but still, I figured this is going to be just a field goal game. But we see a really nice drive from the Bucs after a couple big plays, and they take advantage.
Put together on that third down. I was definitely thinking it might be a position where they get stopped, but no. I mean, the penalty, of course, making you feel a little more confident in taking a shot because obviously you have the fallback in the penalty. Worst comes worse, but I mean that was just an awesome play by Jordan Addison. Here comes Gabe Pearman. You got to respond. You saw that happen. You know the situation. You're in the Super Bowl. Like, you need to go make a play. I think the Raiders do get ball at half. So they have that. So, yeah, they do. They get ball at half. So they have something to fall back on. They still want to make something happen. Pressure immediate.
Oh, and Allen. Wow.
Big man Allen coming in there.
That was immediate.
That was quite literally immediate. That's the risk of also doing single back passes because pressure comes instantly. Here's a blitz, but ultimately dumped off to Ashton Jeanty, who has plenty of space, breaks a tackle.
That was a good play call.
That was a good play call against the blitz because you definitely could have seen something pretty bad happening there. If any longer had occurred, here's Jeanty breaking plenty of tackles, 8 of 9. The longer you wait against those blitzes, the more threat there is of a negative play. So it was good he dumped it off. Here's 2nd and 1 for Gabe Pearman. He's contemplating rolling it out, dumping it off to Jeanty. Should have ran it. Should have definitely ran it.
He did get actually some yardage.
He ended up actually getting a gain on that play, which is incredible effort by Ashton Jeanty. But definitely should have just ran it there for Gabe Pearman. Here's 3rd and inches. Big critical play. Gabe Pearman throwing it as he's hit. And that is a huge completion. I don't know who 80 is. That's the Simmons.
Yeah, that was that's a tight end. That's their backup.
Was 80 not Dolphin Simmons?
No, that's a big dude. It's a Rondé Gadsden, actually.
Oh yeah, this is Gadsden. You're right.
That was a big play though.
That was an awesome play there. 1st and 10 on 34. Gabe Pearman dumping it off to Ashton Jeanty for a gain of 3.
Saw another safety blitz there. I mean, yeah, that was that. Going back to the play before, that was like he was almost split second. He was about to get sacked. He managed to put a perfect pass on.
He's starting to play really well off the pressure. Maybe that's what they liked in him is the fact he can play under pressure. Here's Gabe Pearman looking to throw, steps up in the pocket and delivers to Jack Besh. But yeah, it's really important you have a quarterback, especially in this league with all this defensive line talent. You having a quarterback who can step up and face the pressure. It's crucial. It's almost maybe more important than even those accuracy issues or whatnot. Here's 1st and 10. Gabe Pearman dumping it off to Jeanty again. Just quick, easy decisions, breaking tackles. Jeanty is being a very, very solid weapon in the pass game. I don't know. You're starting to run out of time here. You may want to take a shot. Here's Gabe Pearman in the pocket. Drop pass. 11 seconds left. Teague with a nice pass break up here. Raiders still have a good position to score. Coming out here in gun bunch. 11 seconds left, 3rd and 5. Let's see what Gabe Pearman can do. Motioning Ashton Jeanty. Pressure's coming. Blitz is coming. He's throwing it on the run. Nothing there. Good play call there for the Buccaneers. With Silas forcing that throw to come out. And I think the Raiders will be taking 3 here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good stand from the Bucs defense there. Obviously, Raiders are happy with a field goal. They get ball after half, so they have a chance to take a lead. But I think both sides are happy with this result in the grand scheme of things. I mean, obviously, Bucks keep the lead. Raiders put some points on the board, but yeah, defense has been just. I know the offenses have been getting some good field position. They've been fighting downfield. It's just defenses are still showing up big on a lot of plays here, and oh my goodness, big hit again. Edmonds just all over the place, and they're just gonna take a knee to end the half here. 7-6 ball game. I'm not saying it the other way. Uh, I don't know. How do you feel about these two teams so far today? Very physical matchup though.
Very physical. I think both quarterbacks kind of starting to heat up a little bit here down the stretch, and yeah, I've liked what I've seen out of both quarterbacks, honestly, especially just kind of fighting, just kind of, I guess, supposed to fight the narrative, I suppose is the right term, but defense is still dominating today, and I think both players on both sides of that defense making some big plays, having a big impact. Gabe Pearman honestly has played pretty solid, 12 for 17, 118, but Dane McQueen also 9 for 11, 97 and a touchdown. Very good quarterback performance, despite things like very efficient. But we're gonna need some more. The offensive lines are starting to struggle. Of course, these defensive lines are great. The linebackers play is very strong on both sides. Here's a return up to the 40. Past it's the 43. Gleason with a very nice return there. And that sets up the Raiders in great position.
Absolutely.
Here comes Gabe Pearman. Here, getting a single back. To hand this one off to Ashton Genty, who gets absolutely blown up by Nicholas Silas.
He's so good.
He was there to say hello, and he is so very good. He is a game changer.
Yeah, Sands absolutely fumbled letting him walk and going to a division rival.
Indeed, I think fumbled is the only term you could really use. Nicholas Silas is an absolute beast. Here's Gabe Pearman just trying to fire quick. It's a good read. You need to be aware as a receiver. Whether it's Keontae Hyde.
Yeah.
Really turn his head around to make a play there. 3rd and 12. Threatening to get off the field. Here's Action Genty and the handoff. It's a little passive in my opinion.
That's interesting.
Third and long. It's passive. I guess I get you like your defense, but it just feels like you're kind of resigning the drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because at the same time, like I could see maybe Genty's obviously their best player in offense, but like definitely could have popped a run there. It's just I don't know. I think if it was like a 3rd and 8, sure, maybe it could work. 3rd and 7, but yeah, I don't know about a run on that distance. That down and distance is a little too far for my liking. But obviously, flipping the field position here is a big deal too. Bucks still up a point here, starting at their 17, bringing out the near formation again. They love this formation quite a bit. And they also love passing out of it. It's a pass. Dane McQueen, quick throw on the run to the. Oh my goodness. And that's a big hit. And there's another offensive lineman injury. That's Graham Barton, their center. And that's just a lot of O-line injuries here today for the Bucks. It is not great to see. That was still a really solid play. Gain of 6 there from tight end. But again, going into this, I think this is the far formation, slightly different, but similar. But here's a deep throw. Oh my goodness, he just missed it. But there's a penalty.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah. It was an unnecessary. I mean, the ball was almost hitting the ground already, and the tackle from Jimmy Edmond. He's just such a physical player. He is not white, actually. He looks white up here, but he's definitely not. But yeah, that's the problem with the physicality. He feels like he meant to play in a different era. Oh my goodness, Bucky gets swallowed up, loss of 2.
Yeah, no, we remember back in the day, especially corners were allowed to get pretty handsy.
Yeah, like you can hit people even if they miss the throw, like you wouldn't get a penalty. But nowadays, obviously, you're gonna get called, and he feels
you basically wrestle guys at the line of scrimmage. And now it's just, there's rules to this kind of stuff, and very very high effort play.
Yeah, 2nd and 12. McQueen looking past, getting pressured, but oh my god, interception! It's Castillo. The linebacker jumps it, and he's gonna take it all the way. Bucky Irving there to save the touchdown down to the 4.
Well,
what a read!
I mean,
Costello, what a play! What a read!
Zach Costello snipes it.
That was incredible. Look at this. I mean, he just turned, he just turned, and I mean, he just happened to be in the right place, the right time. Tried to go to Addison, and mistake, and I brought it up earlier. The mistake, first team to make a mistake might lose this game, and I mean, you're starting at the 4 now with the Raiders here.
Gabe Pearman, yeah, they're down a point, but they are in great position to score They definitely don't want to waste it. Here is
Oh
Gabe Pearman,
man,
pressured, sacked immediately. Pumping
Stringer.
Stringer on the blitz.
He's been
That's gonna.
everywhere.
He has been this linebacker play just super strong, and Las Vegas now kind of set back here. They're still in a good position, of course, 2nd and 10. Basically 2nd and 10 for 2nd and goal, but no, it's definitely a little more shaky at this point. It's going to be play action and
Wow.
firing, finds his man. That is a touchdown. I believe it's
Oh,
Keontae Hyde.
yeah.
Oh, he's honoring his Irish heritage.
He's making up for that drop last drive where he just wasn't ready for it. Even look at the pressure in his face. Stringer was blitzing, and it just looks like he has no pressure. He's cool, calm, collected there in the pocket. And that's
he just does not. Yeah,
that's brutal. Obviously, that pick turning into 7 points for the Raiders. They're going for 2. Makes sense.
This is important. Yeah, getting this 2-point conversion. This can be very important. Can Gabe Pearman convert this one? Here is handoff to Ashton Genty. Doesn't get it.
It's a nice play from the D tackle.
That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's gonna be hard to do. Yeah. That's gonna be hard to get forward for against any kind of front with that much talent. It's just gonna be really hard.
Yeah, that's I don't hate the play call though. Obviously, Genty,
Oh yeah,
he's able to break forward for multiple yards, but that was just an incredible play from.
Good work by
tackle.
Sheets as well, kind of corralling that inside. He played outside. It was just good cohesion. On the on that one.
So 5-point game. Raiders are up, but Bucks can very easily make this their lead again. But let's see. There's another big hit from Knight Jr. I believe Demetrius Knight maybe is on this team. I don't know, but they're starting at the 28. McQueen obviously coming off that interception, hoping to just forget about that play happening and come in with some new looks here and maybe some new play calls. Here's going to be a little handoff the fullback again. He's going to get a little shifty for 6 yards. Kind of a little bit of a stutter there to make Costello a little bit over pursue there. Got a little 2 tight end bunch set. That's not a tight end. That's just a big receiver, and it's a handoff to him. Look at him. He's huge.
Whoa.
First down. I don't. That's the 4th receiver filling in for Michael Pittman today. That's Flaherty, I believe. Yes, Flaherty with a little receiver sweep there. Going back to I form. They love the fullback in this offense here. Here's a handoff, Bucky Irvin. We haven't seen Marcus Robinson. We don't need him, apparently. Big collision. Edmund and Bucky collide. But first down to the 49 for Bucky in this offense. Coming out and gun. Very spread here. Bucky's still in the backfield.
Look how hard the Raiders are hitting. No wonder.
Oh my goodness. And Bucky Irvin, another gash. Breaking a tackle from Edmund and another big hit from 28. But Bucky Irvin turning the clock back here to his prime. Filling in for Marcus Robinson, who's having some injury issue today. And oh my goodness, I mean, yeah, he's just gashing right now. And we saw the run game absolutely take over last year for the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. And the run games today have been big reason why these teams have found some success. But pass games are important too. Here's a pass. McQueen finding a quick short one. Barber, I believe, out of the backfield with a quick catch for 6. 22 now. 2 tight ends. 2nd and 4. Oh, a little jump, and that's going to be another first down free. Raiders getting a little bit
a little undisciplined there. Yeah, no, and they've been the hardest hitters of the game, but they've also been, I feel like they've been kind of giving up some discipline for that.
Yeah, they're trying to get the pass rush off immediately. I understand it happens, but you got to be disciplined still. Here's gonna be play action here. He's got time, throws it a little high, but he catches it. It's the tight end, I believe, 87.
Yeah. I feel like both offenses, of course, working short and quick, just like our lives in the bedroom.
Yeah, 2nd and 9. Here's a screen out to Bucky Irvin with pressure. He's going to turn back upfield. He's trying to find space, but it's going to be 92. I think it's Guerrero who had that offsides. Yes, it was. And he makes a tackle. Only a gain of 1. 3rd and 9 with 2 minutes left in the third. Motioning Bucky out. McQueen, 4-man rush on him, but he's getting pressured. He has to roll out. He's going to run himself. McQueen with space at the touchdown. He takes it himself. And they're gonna take the lead, showing the Irish pride. Oh my goodness, he's doing it. See, now that's how you know he's true Irish. He's
always pushing over cameraman. Did you see that?
Yeah, well, he said, "Hey, brother, nice shot." He's just too fired up, a little too passionate. He just accidentally pushed him. Look at this. Oh, that's how a true Irishman knows how to dance, knows how to do the jig. And they're gonna go for 2. Going empty here, trying to make this a 3-point game. McQueen, alone in the backfield. Pressure, all-out blitz. He throws it high. It's a 1-point game. Both teams going for 2, not working out. The pressure, just too much again. But, I mean, every point's mattering, and it just feels so exciting.
This is an awesome Super Bowl.
I think this is the best one we've seen. I know last year's was fun, but this has been back and forth.
It helps that the Cardinals aren't losing the Super Bowl. It probably makes it feel a little
absolutely. Better. Absolutely. And there's still a lot of time in this game left for these teams to go back and forth.
Absolutely. So here's Gabe Pearman coming back out. Offense is starting to move a little bit, but it still feels like quicksand. Here's 1st and 10. Brock Bowers in motion, moving one side, moving the other. Handoff to Ashton Genty. Able to get a yard out of that regardless. 3 tacklers on him. Zeke Teague and company able to wrap it up. 2nd and 9 here. I form. Definitely looks like maybe some pressure coming. Or maybe a bit of a mugging fake look, or it might be a true blitz. We'll see. It is going to be a 4-man rush. And Ashton Genty with plenty of space in the flat, and he has been an absolute dog for Las Vegas here. In the past game especially, it's been working and making a lot of plays. Here's 3rd and inches. Could be a QB sneak. See all the guys at the Bucs line bringing pressure, but yeah, they can't stop the sneak. Gabe Pearman gets through. Yeah, I mean, I think Pearman also can move a little bit. I'm curious to maybe see if get some of his legs involved, of course, after seeing Gabe McQueen with the kind of run he had, and there's going to be a sack. And Pearman unable to do anything with it.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, just wasn't aware of that pressure there. Is that
Nolan Smith Jr.?
Nolan Smith. Wow. Former Eagle.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. 12-13 ball game. 2nd and 17 upcoming. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is that I think anyone's grandpas who are watching are loving this game. This is reminiscent of old school football, run games, and defenses reigning supreme. This is this game is fun.
Absolutely, game. Get your Mima over here. Get her on the couch.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Oh, these players remind me of back in the day." Oh, it's pressure. Oh, the ball's out. Ball's out. Buccaneers.
Ball's out.
Recovered. Silas forces it.
No. Ball's out.
Recovered by Reiner. And that's a huge turn. Buccaneers now with great field position. Wow. I mean, just the unfortunate.
Tell your grandma the ball's out.
Yeah, I mean,
ball's out, grandma.
We've seen it before. These players were on the same team, by the way. That's also a very good story. Silas and Pearman were both on the Saints together. Silas forces the fumble. Reiner picks it up, and they're now at I believe the 4. It was just like, no, at the 8-yard line, they're going to say. But great field position. Bucks already up a point. They could go up technically 2 scores if they go for 2. I don't know if they will, but we'll see. I mean, McQueen going to go quick, short throw, getting a yard. Again, Costello just absolutely hitting hard and not trying to let any yards up. It's not an easy defense to get through, so either way, I mean, they gotta they just try to get points here.
Both teams.
Yeah, it's McQueen getting pressure and it's a sack. It's it's Nash. That's his name, right? Yes, Nash, the edge rusher there, coming around, getting the sacks. 3rd and 12. They've only gone backwards here, but maybe a little bit more space. Under 8 minutes to go in the game in regulation. Motioning receiver out. It's the tight end. Going past. There's a 5-man rush. McQueen throws it, lobs it. It's incomplete. What a pass breakup from 36 on Addison. And 4th and goal from the 12. They'll have to take 3. Number 36 had an incredible pass rep there. It's Holiday. Philip Holiday, the free safety.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Good shout.
And it's going to be Jake Bates. Missed field goal last week, but this one he chips it right up through. It's a 4-point game, 16-12 Bucks on top with about 7.5 minutes to go.
This is a fun one. So yeah, it's a strip sack nearly for 6, and then ultimately that tackle ends up being huge because they don't get a touchdown out of it. And then the red zone defense has been clamps, just like the normal defense, the actual defense the team have been experiencing. So here we go. Gabe Pearman, Ashton Genty and company. What do they got? 1st and 10 of the 29. Bowers in this little motion look here is going to be a shotgun Pass.
Oh,
Ashton Genty, he was open, just a little out in front. Coverage was pretty good there. I believe that's Teague.
it is. Yes.
2nd and 10 upcoming. Another shotgun look here. You can definitely run it or pass it. Playbook's open. They're going to pass it.
Oh, man.
Gabe Pearman sacked.
Travion Allen.
Pressure's home. 69, the big man.
Hell yeah, brother.
And 69's Gabe Pearman into the ground. 3rd and 17 upcoming. You need a big play. Who is that? That is not Gabe Pearman. Is that Jalen Hurts?
Oh my God, He must have gotten hurt.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh my goodness.
He has it downfield. What do you got?
Oh. Ben Morrison, great coverage. Wow. What? He must have landed awkwardly on that sack. I mean, that's a lot of weight to take, to be fair.
Yeah, he's been sacked many times, and
yeah,
it's going to be a punt. There's
still time.
Good. I mean, if they get back on the offense, then we'll have to see what the quarterback situation is. But
yeah,
Bucks are up 4.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting here. Bucks, obviously, up 4 here. They really have a lot of time still to burn, but they could do it. You know, if they can just kind of get a couple first downs, they can really drain the clock. Maybe get a field goal, make this a 7-point game, and really force this back onto the Raiders. And whatever quarterback decides to come out, I don't know who it's going to be, but Dane McQueen going to start with a pass. 4-man rush, pressure immediately, and that's a sack. You don't want that. Nash and Matthews get in there. These quarterbacks have been just getting put onto the ground all game long.
I'm surprised McQueen's still alive, man. It's been a brutal day for these two.
I mean, these guys, yeah, they've been feeling. They're gonna feel really hurt tomorrow. They're gonna be sitting. They're gonna have to get ice baths and stuff. But they're going very spread here. Gun again. McQueen looking past 4-man rush again. Pressured again. Hit as he throws it. Matthews again forcing a hit. Incompletion there. I mean, these defenses, I can't really hammer it home enough. These defenses are 2 of the best groups we've seen. Going empty here. McQueen getting motion for Bucky going across the other side. 4-man rush again. McQueen's just getting pressured. Has to throw it away. Nothing. No chance. Matthews has been absolutely insane today. And a really quick 3-and-out. Raiders get good field position after this punt, too. So this is huge for the Raiders to stop. Oh, my God. That spin move was crazy. But, yeah, what a defensive stop there. Really needed that.
A huge play. Gabe Pearman's jogging out onto the field now.
Or so we think.
Maybe. We'll see if Jalen Hurts comes in.
It is
Jalen Hurts looking to make a game-winning drive in the Super Bowl, the backup.
We've seen it before. Von Herren did it with the Browns.
It before, but a lot differently, honestly, though, because they were in the lead.
Absolutely.
And took control. But Jalen Hurts has to come in here. Makes a nice play on the screen. Oh, here we go. Jalen Hurts, the veteran. The veteran playing in his first Super Bowl. Nope, that's a lie.
That's very much so a lie.
That's a complete lie. Looking to win his 2nd Super Bowl with the Raiders. The handoff to Genty for a loss.
Forgot about the stuff prior to this league.
I do. I'm super invested in the league. Yeah. This lore, not really.
It's been a while since he's been an Eagle.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, 2nd and 12. Going to look to throw in the shotgun.
Oh my God.
Pressure's home. Good Lord.
6-9 again.
Those 4 points feel like 6 touchdowns with how insane these defenses are.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult.
It's been brutal. I mean, it's just the pass rush. It's
Silas
insane.
would have been home if the defensive tackle didn't either, and they were all getting free.
Oh, and they got X right. Everyone's
20, X factors everywhere. 3rd and 20, Jalen Hurts. Do you have something in you here? Does the offense have a call? Back
my
in motion,
goodness.
and Jalen Hurts stripped again. Oh my God.
Silas ends up with the ball. Oh my goodness. This pass rush is just, it's too much.
Buccaneers winning the possession, like the field position battle.
I mean, yeah, who was that? That was Stringer. Yeah, Stringer hit.
Oh,
ripped it free. Silas. I mean, a bunch of Buccaneers were there for it. So that's brutal. These Bucks have been so opportunistic with the sacks here, and I mean, it's the Raiders' defense is obviously not the problem. It's the quarterbacks fumbling there. 2 big turnovers and now great field position. Bucks, 4 minutes left, have a chance to maybe call game here. Here's an offsides of Raiders again.
The penalties have been killers.
Yeah, the undisciplined gameplay here. I mean, the Bucks haven't had a penalty all day, and we've seen, I think, 4 now from the Raiders. And
Yeah.
it's brutal. Now it sets up a 1st and 5, easier first down, and every yard counts in this game. And it's going to be a handoff. Bucky Irving gashing up the middle, finding more space down to the 14. A huge gash, only his 6th carry. These teams have been trying to pass it a lot, and it's obviously been a lot of sacks happening. But when Bucky has gotten the carries, he's been very good. Bringing out a little bit of a bunch set. Here's going to be a quick throw out to Flaherty. Manages to hold on through contact. Gain of 5. It's a nice throw. 3 minutes left. Time ticking. Raiders need a stop here. They can't allow a touchdown. Flaherty going in motion. It's going to be a fake handoff too. It's going to be, oh my goodness, a big sandwiching hit. Edmund and number 33 got in there on Bucky Irving. There's an injury timeout. I don't know who it was, but I mean, Bucky's very likely.
I think it was straight up timeout. I believe this was just a timeout.
It was actually. You're correct. But yeah, Raiders use a timeout. They're trying to save time. And what are you doing? Almost jumps off sides. It's a blitz. McQueen's looking to run out. He's looking for something. Gets sacked. Honestly, Matt Nash with his
Matthew Nash having a day.
3 sacks. But honestly, though, I do think taking a sack is the smart call there because you still make them burn a timeout. You take your 3 here.
He's holding on to it when he's getting sacked. McQueen has been one tough cookie this game.
He hasn't gotten hurt somehow, even though he's gotten sacked so many times. But Bates knocks it through. And it's going to be a 7-point game. And 7 points, like you said, 4 felt like a touchdown. 7 feels like a 2-score game.
Yeah, Raiders need something. Whether it's Pierman or Hurts coming out in this field, they need to play the best ball of their life. They need to have the best drive of their life if they want to win the Super Bowl.
And they're going to have to go
It is going to be a fun one. It's coming to the end here. Gabe Pierman might be coming out, but we saw this last time. He was trying to get on the field. He just was injured. They were like, no, get back on the bench. Of course, these guys want to play. This guy's competitive.
Oh, man.
And no, it's Jalen Hurts. Their season comes down to their backup quarterback. Jalen Hurts, what do you have? 1st and 10, empty, looking to throw. Pressure's already on the way, and he's just trying to do too much.
11
sacks for Tampa Bay. I mean, what in the world is going on?
I mean, we talked about how the Raiders O-line was definitely not as good as the Bucs O-line, but we're seeing it here. Almost double the sacks.
Has taken double-digit sacks in a singular game, and their defense is still giving them the chance to go out and win it. A pathetic showing for this offense. Jalen Hurts needs to wake up. He needs to make a play. Needs to make something happen. 2nd and 20. Jalen Hurts in the pocket, looking to throw. Finds a man. Gets some yardage back here. That's a good read to make this 3rd and 11 a little more doable.
This is 4-down territory, so I mean,
it is 4-down territory. But every yard counts. Every completion counts. Got to find something here. Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts takes another sack, I think this football game might be over. 3rd and 11.
Oh, and
Jalen Hurts and pressure. Those throw it out of the sack, but
Trevion Allen, 11. He's been just absolutely tearing apart the interior line.
Yes, and I mean, of course, I'll pick him because Silas is up in here. It's empty. Jalen Hurts, season on the line, looking to throw.
Oh my goodness! He's keeping the drive alive.
Jalen Hurts continues the drive. 4th and 11, critical conversion there. And time is ticking. You have 1 timeout. You have time. Jalen Hurts, double stack on both sides for the wide receivers. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. Jalen Hurts finding the screen. Going to take a bit of work there.
Wow, that's going to burn their last timeout.
Yeah, that injury timeout's huge into Jeanty. That is not the guy they want injured on this drive.
Especially because he's such a good pass protector as a running back. Like, he's one of the best in the league. You're losing him for an already a bad O-line right now. That sucks.
Yeah, they do have a superstar backup, so they have someone there, but obviously he's no Ashton Jeanty. You're 2nd and 5, looking to throw in the shotgun. Finds his man, Jack Bash, having a great 4th quarter. Oh my goodness, critical plays. They're going no huddle here. Can Jalen Hurts do it? 1 minute remaining here in the 4th. Obviously, if you score, you have the question to go for it, but they have 35 long yards to get to that. Jalen Hurts is going to look speed, turning up the Jets, finds it, picks a defender. Oh,
I will say, one thing with them going hurry up is you notice that Trevion Allen is not on the field. The big D tackle has been ruining the game, so they have more time. And then it's a spike, which they kind of had to, but he's still not in. Allen is still not in.
You can obviously, there might be a bit of an injury concern there. Here's 2nd and 10 at the yard line. Jalen Hurts in the pocket, looking to throw, and he's going to throw that basically throw miracle field goal right there. It's going to doink off. Injury for the Raiders O-line. That's not what you can't. Oh,
is that Jackson Powers Johnson?
it's not good.
Can't tell. I couldn't tell based off the name. It looks like a long name. Yeah, the injuries again.
I saw like Schottenheimer or something.
Something.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 here. This is a big one. Jalen Hurts, shotgun, looking to throw.
Wow.
He's gonna find a completion there. It's 4th and 3.
Oh my
you
goodness.
have to go. You have to no huddle. You're gonna go for it. Everything's on the line.
4th and 3.
4th and 3. To tie the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's over.
No!
Buccaneers are gonna win. Hunter Stringer.
No, I think that was open. That was open, I think. Oh no!
But Hunter Stringer,
Can we go back and watch that? Can we?
Sure.
I think he dropped the pass.
I will say, it's very poetic. The first draft we ever watched after the Bucs won the Super Bowl, they were at pick 32. Who did they draft to replace Levante David? Hunter Stringer. And let's look at this play. I believe he was the one to make it. Yeah. So just looking from Hurts' view, obviously they bring 7 actually. They have the safety hunt coming down here. I mean, you have to have somebody open. Honestly, I think Hyde is the better throw here. But he tried to go.
Keontae Hyde.
No, or not Hyde. I meant whoever 83 is. Who's 83? Simmons.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
He had the safety was playing a little bit too deep there. Zava was playing a little bit too deep, or Nava. Yeah, because like everyone else is like still running their routes. They're still getting it, but he tried to I think go to either Hyde or Bowers here. It looked like Hyde here.
I think Hyde had it. I think he drops this.
Oh, that's
right
brutal.
In his hands.
That's brutal. That's a touchdown. That's a game tying touchdown. And yeah, Parrish had great coverage. He just didn't play it. It's just Hyde just didn't concentrate through, and he's gonna be thinking about that one for a long, long time. But I still do think that he needed to throw this to Simmons.
No, absolutely. Open. Simmons was the read, but yeah, no, that's really rough. Jalen Hurts almost just what a rough.
Yeah, just right
ending
through
to that.
Oh, that's brutal. But what a game though! Absolutely, just insane performances from defenses, and just what an entertaining. I mean, they're gonna. Well, they can't take a knee.
They can't wait.
They don't want to risk it. This could be bad though. They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, they're coming out with offense again. Not
they should have run one more play.
That would be pick 6 incoming. No, the Bucs hold on. What a game! This is one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen in Madden simulation. Wow. I mean, defenses absolutely showed up. We expected it. This is the exact type of game we expected.
Exactly. It literally to a T. And Brendan Thompson, I believe, the coach, getting the Gatorade pour.
Yeah, that was
an awesome game there.
Yeah, obviously had to make a lot of great moves to get here, but they get it done.
Yeah. Able to outplay Ben Johnson's Raiders. What an incredible performance.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, look at who's up there. Obviously, Hunter Stringer, the leader of the defense, along with a bunch of other guys that are very key to this team. I mean, yeah, it's been a minute since they've won a Super Bowl. Obviously, been within the past decade, but still, you know, they've been waiting. They've been trying to retool this team. They lost a lot of pieces since Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans,
Hyde,
all gone.
Caught the lone touchdown early in the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
just not able to bring in the second one. And it's what a crazy game. I mean, looking even at the quarterback stats, man. I mean, such similar stat lines here. Gabe Pearman and Dane McQueen, one completion difference. Both scored a touchdown.
Yeah, the fumbles. The fumbles also need to be accounted for with that.
McQueen did throw a pick, but yeah, 2 fumbles for Gabe Pearman. Hurts came in and willed this team down to almost win the game, to tie the game. I mean, Gabe Pearman, again, just the fumbles were, those were brutal. Obviously, the pick for McQueen was brutal, but those two fumbles outweighs 1 interception.
Yes.
Obviously, the run games, I mean, they didn't run it a ton, which is surprising because they both were running well. Genty and Irving were having good games. Marquis Ferguson, the fullback, was getting involved. yeah, Pearman. I don't know why it says only one. Oh wait, Hurts fumbled once. That's right. It wasn't just
Oh,
Pearman.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
Hurts fumbled. That second one was more costly, I think, at that point with the time that was left.
Yeah.
Queen
And
ran
also
it
set up
in.
that field goal. Yeah, it was
Yeah, it's brutal, but yeah, Besh had a nice fourth quarter, as you said, in the game. A lot of guys, I mean, a lot of running back usage through the air, the tight ends. Simmons had a solid game, but Hyde's 2 drops, obviously, with the one at the end there being the losing one there is brutal.
yeah.
Um, Addison had a touchdown. That big play from Haynes, but
I
yeah, I
don't know
mean,
if it's show. Did we see Genti's receiving stats? Yeah, we did. I was blind. Yeah,
yes, you
four for
are.
25.
But yeah,
Fuck yeah.
the big thing is, I mean, these O lines just got obliterated. These defenses, I mean,
Yeah.
all these
Well, one. Yeah.
TFLs,
Yeah.
all these
Jeez.
sacks. Devion Allen with 3, Nash with 3, 3 for Stringer, 2 for Silas, 1.5 for Matthews, 1 for Nolan Smith, 1 for DeSheen, 1 for Nava, 1 for Reiner, and a half for Edmond. And all these TFLs, too. Just insane. Zach Costello had a great game with the pick, the forced fumbles from Stringer and Silas, recoveries from Reiner and Silas. I mean, almost had defensive
Yeah.
touchdowns, but not quite. But yeah, the defenses were wild today. I mean,
Yeah. No, it was a
crazy.
miracle we even saw 19 points get put up by one team.
I know
Uh,
it was a lot going on there. I mean, yeah, look, I mean, just no team made it over 200 yards of offense.
yep.
Brutal. I mean, it just defense is absolutely the third down conversion rate's really low. Raiders who no, they didn't win. They went 2-11. Bucks went 3 for 9. Both missed 2 point conversions. You
Yeah.
know, it's just crazy. Although the penalties also definitely helped. 3
Yeah.
penalties for 28 yards. Obviously, one of those wasn't even accounted for because the Bucks scored on the touchdown, so it
Yeah,
didn't
it's
even
almost
play into
even
it.
more impressive just how much that the Raiders defense was doing. Of course, they lost the turnover battle. They, just all the penalties were killer. I feel
Yeah,
like yes, that was very strong a performance by the Raiders defense in the losing effort.
yeah, yeah. It was. Oh man, I mean, what a game though. What a game.
Yeah, best one we've seen by far. They came down to
Absolutely.
the last play. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was.
Dylan Hurts coming in there, a little career.
Oh yeah, that was about as cinema of a game you could get out of a sim game, because we've seen games where they're just complete blowouts. We've seen obviously the Cardinals one last year where they lost. They came back and made things interesting, but just fell short. But this game is back and forth the whole time.
Maybe you could even call it Simina,
Whoa,
like sim.
oh, you're ahead of the curve here. Here,
That's absolutely
can you
Simina.
advance so we can
Oh yeah,
see the?
I got you.
I mean, who do you even give MVP to? It's got to be a defensive player.
I'm gonna
Silas,
say
maybe.
I'm gonna
From
give it to Stringer. I think it's
Stringer
tight
should even
though.
play.
It's tight because I think the
Silas
fumble.
Silas had the
But
fumble and
it's
recovery. I don't
true.
know. You could also give
But
it
I also
to.
I think Stringer had more tackles,
It's
right? I don't
true.
know.
Trevion Allen also had a great game, 3 sacks. He
He
got
did.
involved.
He
I
did.
mean, there's so many good options, but none of
Yeah, I
them
feel
are
like
offensive.
not a
uh,
single one.
no,
Not a single one.
it's not. Yeah, the defense is. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's been just kind of just. We've seen it with all the draft picks we've seen of all these
Yeah.
defensive pieces being picked up through the draft, and it's just continuously the best, and that's Hunter Stringer. There you go, like you said.
There you go. He is the leader of defense
Yeah,
as well.
4 time Super
That's a
Bowl
credit.
champs. Obviously,
Wow.
they are kind of mainstays in this franchise too. They won it in 2025. Our
Oh
first
yeah,
year
and who won the Super Bowl MVP that year?
was Alante David, who was
Wow,
the guy prior for Hunter
it's
Stringer,
insane.
filled his role. Obviously, Bucks won it, a couple years prior with Brady, but they've gotten their fair share of chances here, and they make do with another Super Bowl. They've also, anytime they've been NFC champions, they've won Super Bowls. So that's an interesting streak. They're 4 for 4 in Super
That
Bowls.
that that is very true. And we did say that Hunter, no offensive guys would get Super Bowl MVP. I think that is wrong. So I think Keontae Hyde could definitely get it for sure.
But I mean, he would have got,
It was
he
rough.
could have had it if he scored that touchdown.
No, I meant like because he dropped the game when the game
Oh,
time.
well, that's fair too. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, when you look at the weekly awards, McQueen had the offensive for the Bucks with, he was the completion. He didn't throw like a lot of bad throws for the most part. Obviously, the pick was bad, but he threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown, and Stringer was insane. 11 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. The Raiders side, Pearman, we talked about, not super inaccurate. Sacked 8 times was brutal. Fumbled once was rough. But Nash was
Yeah.
also great. Yeah, that D line, we gotta acknowledge the Raiders defense was incredible too. Nash, Matthews,
Yeah,
McGee.
they playing through the loss of their quarterback. Like
Yeah.
I really liked what the Raiders defense showed. I mean, well, no, the sacks were too much, but I would say it was Raiders maybe were, that defense was maybe outplaying the Bucks just a little bit. I don't know. I put Dane McQueen. I feel like Dane McQueen and that offense were moving a little bit better, and I think it's really what it came down to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very true. Very true. But
Lost
we
mistakes.
we are gonna wrap this one up here. That was a very fun season. Obviously, both of our teams made the playoffs. You were very close to making it to the Super Bowl. Although to be fair, I don't know if you would have been able to handle the Raiders defense.
I don't know if I would have. I don't know either. That O line watching that sim would be
Oh
probably
yeah,
terrorist stuff right there.
yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
20 sacks on the Parker.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah. No, it makes sense that we played the Bucks in the I guess I'm surprised we only let up one sack. So maybe not. Maybe not because we only let up
maybe
one sack versus the
maybe,
Bucks.
but
Who knows?
they saved it all for the Super Bowl with 12 plus or whatever they had.
Yeah. They were benching their starters on.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
a fun season. Obviously, very fun ending with that Super Bowl, and I'm excited to see what next year holds for our teams. Obviously, still going to be losing some players, sadly, on both ends,
Oh,
probably.
yeah. I have to look at that as well.
Cardinals,
And,
they have actually positive cap space for the first time in forever, but they do have expiring contracts for Noah Aldridge, that running back who came in and was the starter, Marvin Harrison. Actually, it's really just Marvin Harrison. That's the only big name. So, you know,
uh,
that's not bad.
Dude, yeah, no. For here, we got these bums, some bums, of course. Mason Graham expiring contract. I
We
think we
actually
have
have
enough depth probably to say goodbye to Mason Graham.
you have a lot of
Couple more
actually
depth,
guys here.
couple. Oh yeah, a couple guys down
It's
here.
D
So Drew
line is
Phillips,
happening, brother. You're gonna draft a D line. You're gonna
D-line.
like it.
Oh no. So
Damone
Drew Phillips
Kinley.
expiring. I think Drew. That's fine. We have depth at
Yeah,
corner.
yeah, that's
Damone
fine.
Kinley and Knighton,
Yeah, both
both
edges.
expiring. And I would re-sign Camille Knighton if I was playing, honestly.
Yeah,
But
Trey Sanchez
I
too,
don't
your
think
will linebacker.
Trey Sanchez. Oh yeah, Trey Sanchez has developed very well.
Yeah, a lot of defensive pieces. Now it's like starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense, Voodoo. He was ahead of the game.
That's why we signed a defensive tackle for our
Yes,
expiring edge contract.
yes, yeah. We'll see because you're gonna
Makes
draft an
sense.
edge this time around. I,
Oh,
I
so
mean,
then
you gotta
so then we draft
realize.
third string defensive tackle. Okay, this makes sense.
Yes.
Because we needed to replace our third string defensive tackle for once Mason
Although
Graham left.
you're
Okay.
projected to take a tight end right now.
Oh, what is this team? What is this team?
Oh, the
Oh,
one time you actually need edge or D tackle, probably edge specifically.
Randy Feeks like I need a tight
I
end.
need a tight. This Mike Weiner guy's not doing the thing. He's not doing enough. So we're gonna
Oh.
we're gonna move on from him. Yeah, but
Uh,
yeah. What a fun season. I'm very excited to see next year. Obviously, Giants so close. Can they finally make it? I don't know. They
I
might
don't
be
know.
able to,
They
but the
they
defense.
might if they maybe they'll sign an offensive lineman
Yeah,
worth their salt. Who knows?
yeah. Who knows? And the Cardinals obviously still trying to recoup some money from contracts, and they're trying to turn things around. So I don't know. Maybe they'll turn things around. Obviously, Brett Charles had a crazy year. Defense, maybe. I mean, defense could be really good. Who knows? But thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Voodoo, for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
bye bye.
Take it easy.